Night ride on the track.
Good morning. What's going on there, everybody? Welcome. Why is that so small? I don't want that to be there, but let me see what we got. There we go. How everybody doing this morning, man? Welcome to this Saturday morning Bird Freedom, man. Coach. And before we get started, like I said, if you haven't already subscribed to Coach Unchained, make sure you do that before you leave if it's possible. Make sure you like this video, share the video out, and like I said, welcome to that Saturday morning Bird. Okay, Big Ant's in the house. There you go. What's going on, Big Ant?
What's up, Coach?
Hey, man. Shoot, glad you're doing it. Like I say, welcome again. And let's get this day started, man. But first of all, let me give a shout out to the guy next to me. Like I said, I already introduced him already, Big Ant in the house, man. He's out of town right now, so he joined me this morning. So hey.
Live on location, baby.
That's it, man. Fresh is in the house. So anyway, who I got here? Deshaun Carswell first this morning. What's going on, Deshaun Carswell? A137. What's going on? Smooth 78. Smooth C78. Mr. Reginald Watley. Jonte Rozier. What's going on, Larry? Fresh, what's up? Charles Sams. Sherman Wood. Philip Crawford. Douglas Ferriton. What's up, man? Yeah, man, it's almost draft day, man. It's what, 5 days away?
Yeah.
5 days away? Man, my hands itching. I'm ready for it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel right now. I'm confused because my mind keep changing. It's like, damn, there's so much going on right now. This year draft is worse than all the other ones because you know what we need or what. Well, I don't know what the Falcons say they need, but we know as fans we know what we think they need. How's that? Is that
right?
Way to put it. And I don't know which way Terry's gonna go.
Go either way. I mean,
yeah, I'm a roll with it, but man, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, man, we got something to surprise. I'm gonna do a little different. I'm gonna have you guys out there in the chat land help us out. We're gonna see where you guys go with these. I'm gonna tell you what I think. So we're gonna let you guys grade it on a scale. We got, I think, 14, 15 players that I think the Falcons should be looking at within the first 2 rounds, if they're there. But I think because I got some scenarios at the end that I want to see what you guys accepting and what do you think. All right, so without further ado, man, let's get this baby rolling. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. You guys gonna like this right here. I think you gotta like it. All right, here we go. These are top 25 NFL prospect the Falcons could pick. So you see that one up there? That's 1 point. Each one of these guys gonna get a grade. The max they're gonna get is 5 points. Do you want this player? Do you need this player? Or is this player gonna be an instant impact for you? All right. So let's get this baby rolling. The first player. We're gonna start right now, man. Because let me get fresh with a link in here. Fresh need to go on that. What's it called? You need to go get on that chat.
I know, right?
You need to hop in that chat. Tell Maggie to put you in that chat. Okay, let me see where we are. This is for fresh only, so don't come on here unless I tell you come on later on the day. I'm going to ignore you. All right, there we go. Man, I got some grapes. These are the biggest grapes I've seen in my life. These things are humongous. All right. Anyway, we're going to start with this first player. So you guys in this chat, we got 21 of you guys here. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me today too, man. I appreciate that too. All right. Okay, I sent to that. All right. D tackle 6'4", 313.
Mm.
I'm gonna go with you first, Ant. What kind of is it? The player you want right here?
Yeah, I would go one. Yeah.
Okay. So is it a player you need?
Well, since we brought in Morgan Fox, I don't, and then we still got Zach Harrison and
Right.
people like that. I don't know. Like I don't know if that would be I don't I don't know if he would get enough reps in order to be a need.
Right. I was thinking that too.
So I would just go with one.
But okay. In that case, is he the impact player?
He could be.
What's going on, Fresh?
What's that in
What's
the
going
first?
on, Coach? What's going on, Ant? What's going on, you guys? Hey. Sarate.
So Derek Harmon to you is like a 3. He has 3 points then. So
Yeah,
he's not a need, but he is a. Can he be an impact player?
he could be an impact player. Yeah.
Okay. See, Larry said 1. Yeah, I got you, Larry. We need to move Zach back to the edge. That's possible. So Dre Murphy, Larry, you guys. So is he a player that we need? Is he a player? If it's a 2 for a player if you need. So you guys all saying he's just a want, not an impact nor a need.
Where is he going to be on the line primarily?
Inside.
I would say, yeah. I would give him a need.
He's a need. Okay.
Yeah. I would say, well, I'm gonna just say that position. If we can get him, yeah, I would say like
Okay.
I would take him definitely.
Okay. So everybody looking at probably like a 3. So he's not a. So okay, if that's the case, is he an impact?
I think so. I think we can sit and talk to Dorless and see how he, saying.
Right.
See how he is,
Yeah,
get inside,
yeah.
get some inside information on him.
Yeah.
And then, he played next to him, so that just does nothing but help him be more comfortable. Yeah, you help them both be more comfortable when they play, because you definitely should put them out there together and let them work off each other, get some of that little Oregon magic out there.
Right. Okay. So it's mixed.
Yeah, I say it's different things that can make him an impact player, because his relationship already with Dorless, that can also just help and just hopefully that our D-line coach we just hired,
they say he's top guy though. Everybody say he's legit. So we will see how's that.
Yeah. Everybody legit until they come here. Then all of a sudden they start having mental lapses and stuff like that.
Larry said we don't need Harmon. So okay. So the average for Harmon is like a 3 then.
Basically.
Like a 3. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm writing these down, so I got something planned after that. So okay, good.
Coach, have you seen that Sinners movie?
Who? No, I ain't seen it yet.
Yeah, go see that. Great movie.
Oh yeah. I'm waiting for it to come out. Start streaming, so I can watch it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend that. I'll go see it twice, and that's saying a lot. I ain't went to the movie theaters and wanted to, and stuttering. I ain't went to the movie theaters and been excited to go see a movie in a long time.
I heard it got some good reviews.
It's great. It's definitely great.
Okay.
Definitely a great
Check it
movie.
out.
If you love From Dusk Till Dawn, think of it like that, but just with culture, being black.
Gotcha.
I guess I was trying not to. I was trying not to turn it black.
You're trying not to go there.
I was trying to, but it just, you can just tell it has that feel and that difference. But if you
leave
look
the
up,
black people alone.
Yeah, but if you look at the setup of how From Dusk Till Dawn was, and then you go and watch it, you be like, oh, okay.
Gotcha.
But it's lovely. It is a brilliant shot movie.
Gotcha.
And the actors' performances are amazing.
Sounds like a plan. I got to see it on my Fire Stick yet.
Yeah, definitely give that a good watch.
All right, let's go to the next one. So Derek Harmon, we can talk about a 3. Okay, let's go to the next person. That's about right. Malachi Stark, safety 6'1", 197. Same thing for you. What do you got? Is Malachi 1?
Yes.
He's both. He's a 1 and a need.
What about the impact?
Yeah, I'll give him impact too. Also on the simple fact that you got a Jesse Bates, you got a Jerry Gray, and you got one of the best cheerleaders in Raheem Morris. He should be fine. Like anybody who comes in here on the offensive line, the DB room, those are two places I don't worry about because our offensive line coach is amazing. And
yes,
I feel like Jerry Gray can work magic with anybody.
He does real well. First trip down from Georgia. He's done that over his career for some strange reason. But especially when he was in Green Bay. Everybody got from Georgia was like Pro Bowl caliber that year. So Larry, you say you don't want. I'm just asking Larry. So Malachi's not a want for you, but he's a want for Prince Kell. So Dre Murphy's had a 3. Starks a 1. So a 3 for you, Philip Crawford 2. So in that 1 and 2, is that a 1? Is that a 2 for need? Is that a 2 for impact, Philip Crawford? So Larry's giving them a.
You know what, Coach? I'll take the need off. I would say more for my Pacifics. I would say more of a want because I definitely feel like there's some other safeties in this draft that we can get that can be just as impactful as him or play just as good as him, just wasn't on the same stage as him.
So
he's more like a want in a impact.
He's more of a want in an impact.
Okay, that's what you said.
That's a great point.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know what? Let's play devil's advocate. Those other safeties, can they play, can they be as versatile as Starks? Can they play, safety and the nickel?
A few of them can. Like I always bring up Billy Bowman Jr.
Yeah,
he could definitely play up high in the box.
Yeah, he can.
Both of those safeties from Penn State.
Yes.
Both of them can play up high in the box. Where's the safety from Nevada? I keep forgetting his name. It's Crawford. Last name's Crawford.
Yeah,
he can play. Yeah. He can play kind of up high and down in the box.
But what? Okay, I hear what you're saying. But which one of these guys can play nickel? Like Malachi can.
I would say Billy Bowman.
He's the only one, I think.
He's about the only one, and he's the only one who probably has down there, even if I'm not better ball skills, just as good as ball skills as Malachi.
Okay. All right. He's a young Ramsey because of a joker. Yeah. Now, see, this is the thing. I see people talking about Nick Emma. I got him here, but he's more like a
linebacker.
Box safety. But he can't cover now.
He can't cover.
See, but I've seen something they done on the depth chart of the Falcons. They moved Jesse to strong.
I feel like they want to be able to move Jesse all around and kind of hide him, and that way he can, that way when he want to roam and kind of make plays, he kind of got the freedom to do it.
Right.
I think just because how we was playing defense last year, Jesse was at the free safety spot taking a lot of risk.
Yeah, too Too many
risks.
Being that free safety spot, you really can't take them risks like that because you're literally the last line of defense.
And that's why I was saying these DBs. It wasn't on them. It was on that safety. So he was taking too many risks.
Yeah, it was on both of the safety. Yeah.
So, but yeah. Okay, so we're gonna give Starks a 3 then. Is that fair?
Yeah.
So we ain't got a 5 yet. All right. All right, next person. Walter Nolan. Is he a want? D tackle 6'3", 305.
I give him a 2 and 2, a need and an impact.
So he's not a 1. Okay, so he's
not
a 4.
Yeah, he's not a 1.
What's up, King?
It's some other guys that I would take. I wouldn't be mad if we missed out on him. I put it like that.
That's a
great point. Yeah,
that's a great point.
That's where my want comes from.
Right.
I think there's other D tackles that will have a better,
I agree.
Exactly.
I just put some guys that I think the Falcons, who I know they've looked at several times and so on and so on.
Yeah, for sure.
See, Reggie White said just a need. Philip Crawford said a 3.
Why? Walter Nolan, for some reason, he kind of remind me. He seems like he gonna be like who was that came out of Ole Miss? Robert Kenichi or something like that. He seems like that to me.
Oh my god!
I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't want to put that on him. I don't want to put that tag on him. But he seems like he might.
Please don't do that.
Just a little bit. Like
there's a 4 for Walter. Which is I can see he can be a need and an impact if you would pick him up. So I don't think he's a 1 for me.
No.
See, I honestly, a person I prefer kind of over him, it would be TJ Sanders.
Who is me? Mia. Is that Mike?
It might be.
Me.
Yeah, it Mike. Okay.
It's Mike.
Me too.
Me
too. It's the Me Too movement.
Okay. He got 2 me's in there. So yeah.
Yeah, Agent Smith.
Yeah.
What's going on, Mike? How you doing, sir?
Nah, just finished my little 20-minute.
You was on? I didn't know you was on.
I was going on. I'm starting this little 20 to 25-minute AFN Q&A session. So people, when they leave their comments and questions in our videos and whatnot, go on for about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna do that for the next 2 weeks or so. So this y'all look, I'm telling y'all better leave them damn comments because y'all want them answered. Look, I'm tired of doing all these goddamn long ass videos and editing and shit. I know fresh filming. I'm tired of editing, goddamn. So I'm gonna just do these damn live. The live takes about 20 minutes or so and go in detail. So that's why I just and set you up a little bit, Coach. I know you was already come on.
I didn't know you was on. I was waiting to finish. That's cool. Now, since you in here, I'm doing this want, need, and instant impact. Walter Nolan. Is he a want?
Yeah, that's a want.
That's a want? What about a need?
No, we don't need him. He's too little.
All right. What about an instant impact?
I don't know. Because, I mean, for that, is it? See,
he give you them Robert Kenichi vibes?
No, it's not the players because I don't know what I'm getting from Rook. I don't know what I'm getting from Brandon. I don't know if I'm getting because it's that dumbass coach that we got because he won't play the young guys. He want the old fucking slobs to be on the damn field all the time because he don't want to develop. He can't develop anybody. So I don't know if it's a need or want or Like this dude has the potential to be a superstar. Like I don't know at this point because our damn coach hasn't developed a damn thing.
I think we will have to put trust in Ulbrich. He's
That's where
handling
it's
that. That's
at.
the
That's
only
where it's at.
thing.
That's
That's
it.
the only thing we can do is put trust that Ulbrich is handling.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
more hands on with the defense.
Because you said that,
him.
Mike, I'm gonna ask you a question. Is it last year? Okay, this is going based on last year. Is it because what's called never actually called on NFL defense and Raheem had his hand on said don't play these guys, and maybe because they was veterans, that's what Lake decided to do.
I think Raheem gave Jimmy Lake a specific sort
Right,
of
that's what I'm saying. That's
all
what I'm
the plays to call,
Right.
and he said this is what you need to do, but you had the freedom to do it when you want to do it. So I think he didn't really give Raheem didn't give Jimmy Lake a freedom to call and do what he wanted to do. He gave him specific sort of set of orders and say this is what you do in this situation, but you have the freedom to do it when you want to do it.
That's where I was going.
Kind of like that. What was that Stark situation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So we look at Walter Nolan as maybe a 3-2, another 3.
Another 3, and like I said, we already got for one. We got 3 of them in Omen Yada.
Still young, yeah.
Omen Yada. We got Rook, and we got Brandon Dory. We got a possible Zach Harrison. We got Taquan Graham. I think Taquan Graham came back for another year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
Like we got about 4. We got about 4 of them right there that we don't know what they're going to be as a 3. Like we don't have a solidified 3 anymore because Grady is gone.
Y'all think about this also. If y'all haven't noticed, last year LaCal London was hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
LaCal London came back with 20 pounds more on his body.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
20 pounds more on his body. Look out He's like 325 now, somewhere in that range. 330.
Yep.
What's going on, Drew?
Maybe they won't draft a D-lineman. Hey, Drew, what's going on, man? How you doing? 330, what's going on? So that's a chance we may not even draft a D-lineman.
I don't think it's nothing wrong with keep throwing as many bodies at that D line as you can.
Yeah. So
now I think you can designate Anyamata for a post June 1st cut or something. Save you some money if you want.
I don't think they're gonna get rid of him. If they were gonna do it, they would have done that already.
Yeah, it's a possibility depending on what's left. What's at that point, I think. It really just depends on how the draft goes. Right. Like if for whatever reason guys just start falling. Like for me, if they start falling, I'm trading that pick. I'm trading that shit quick. I'm trading it quick.
That's why Mike.
Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. I say these guys who I really want start falling, I'm going back. I may even get out the first round.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm trading it.
I wouldn't go out of the first round because I still would want that 5th-year option on one of them players. But I would definitely love to trade deep into the 20s and pick up just some other picks and maybe some stuff for next year.
I done that. I did a draft like that this morning. I traded.
Yeah, I seen that.
I traded right out the first round. I said, forget that. I ain't gonna play that game. But let's go to the next person, man. So we're looking at Knowlton as a 3. Everybody got 3. They ain't on 5 yet. They ain't even on 4s yet. That's weird. All right. Next, Scorching.
Ooh, boy.
I give him a definitely I give him a 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
He's a 1. He's a need and he's an instant impact.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, that dude.
He's legit. He's legit.
Yeah.
But like you said, Mike, he played at Texas A&M.
He pop out. He pop out on other people's film.
Yeah.
That's an odd punt for me because those guys. Yeah.
I mean,
they don't have a good reputation.
Yeah. But the prophet said, see a lot of 5s in here. He's one of the 5.
Mm-hmm.
The first 5 we don't have on here today.
Yep, first 5.
Wow.
And also,
it's a 5 because you said I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna
You
leave it
love this
alone.
dude. Julie love this guy.
Wow.
I
watch him, but he just pay attention to him. I don't trust him.
I give him a 5 because of what I seen on film, and I don't feel like any of these guys got to come in and just directly be the guy. Just come in and be impactful. That's it.
Yeah. Now, we still haven't seen what Trice can do.
Yeah.
That's my thing about this edge thing too. We don't know.
We don't have a clue.
But you only got Floyd for one for
you
year.
got Floyd.
I'm gonna say this too.
Listen, what's that boy name? The
and Fox. AK.
Yeah.
Look, man.
AK looked decent, man. I don't care what nobody
He was
said.
coming along great.
There's another guy that looked decent too when he came in as a pass rusher. They gave him an opportunity. Malone, bro. Like he came in and he gave us 3 sacks. It looked like he came in.
Nobody else came Rich. I'm sorry.
That's it. Like, ain't nobody even paying attention to the guys that we already got because they're not big names.
Right. That's the thing. That's another thing. And don't be shocked if we go get a linebacker. I'm just saying.
I definitely would. I would love a linebacker.
Because I don't went back and forth. I said, damn, we got edge guys. Who to say they can't produce
with that first
pick? We need linebackers.
Who said we can't? Who said these guys don't produce if we get to push up the middle?
I think anything along that defense really just doesn't. It you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
I mean, linebacker, it will be the bigger need out of all 3 levels.
It's gonna be a weird draft
because
I don't know where they're going.
Because you might already got stars along your defensive line. You just ain't playing them right, or they ain't in the right position or the right scheme, or however you ain't
all the
really
money just ain't right. Because you got to think about giving Caden Ellis just like if I'm the Falcons and I'm Raheem Morris,
don't let him go.
And Jeff Olbrick, I'm not paying Caden Ellis because for one, he just had his best season, so he has the right as a player to demand more money because he just had his best year. And that's what players love. They love to go to the negotiating table. Look, I just had the best year of my career. You owe me this. This is what these numbers signify. So I'm getting rid. I'm already planning to get rid of Caden Ellis right now. If I'm the Falcons.
Danny Stuntman. That's your replacement right there.
Yeah, Oklahoma.
There's a lot of linebackers out there.
There's a lot of lines.
There's a lot of linebackers out there who can probably
do with Caden. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that he isn't a good player, but like at this point in time, where the Atlanta Falcons already have their money established and invested, Caden Ellis is not he's not a necessity. He's not a need. He's more of a necessity than anything.
Correct.
Yeah, sure.
I got my next person here. All right, so we got a 5 for Nick. Wow, that's weird.
First 5.
I didn't have him at the 5. But he wasn't one of the people I wanted. But anyway, that's y'all making those decisions.
Right.
All right. Cornerback. Jedi Barron.
2.
I don't think we need a cornerback.
Yeah, I got a 2. I say he's an instant impact, but
other than that,
I give him his credit, but I don't want or need him. I don't feel.
This is more of a want.
This is a want mostly?
Yeah. We got 2 DB guys on our team that are top guys, and that's Raheem and Jerry. Those are 2 guys. So they can pretty much make anybody with talent a quality DB. I mean, we see that with Natron Brooks and whatnot, and guys like Clark Phillips. Clark Phillips is talented, but we can get guys like the third or fourth round.
You can get a Cody Bryant out of Kansas in the
Mhm.
third or fourth.
Yeah.
He has great talent.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach. Good morning. How y'all doing?
What's good? What's
What's
good?
going on, man?
No, Travis.
Man, nothing much. Just El Paso, Texas is getting hot already.
It's rainy down here in
Oh,
Oklahoma.
believe me, my homegirl, a little short of Dallas, she's saying the same thing. It's hot.
Yeah, it's getting hot. But hey Mike, speaking of this guy, man, I wanted to say something. This Jade Barron, great talent. You know who he remind me of though? I feel like if he gets into the NFL, he's gonna fizzle out. He remind me of D Milner.
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh, from Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
D Miller put so much on the tape that was really good. Got into the NFL and fizzled out. And that's
System.
I
He was a system back.
yeah, I feel this for this guy. I think he'll make a great safety. He's a real great ball hawk. But as far as a corner, I think he's gonna have the same trajectory as a D Milner.
Well, that's what everybody said on one for him.
They get carried away with this athleticism. Like the thing is with drafting now, I think the draft has shifted because it's like the quarterback position is pretty much destroyed. The style of coaching and what they're looking for because they're so pitiful. Like they don't really they don't take the fundamentals as quarterbacks seriously anymore. So when you have that, it's all like a trickle down effect. All the other positions become more of a need because the quarterback position is already doing, they got bad habits, bad footwork, bad fundamentals, all that type of stuff. So it's like guys like this end up jumping up in a lot of these drafts because they're super athletic.
Right.
These guys don't the fundamentals. They're not smart. They're not fundamentally sound, but they excellent athletes. Why? Because the quarterbacks are so fucking pitiful, and we seeing that in the college game. We seeing that in the NFL, and that's why guys like D Milner, like these guys, they look good in this guy, and then you play against, get in the NFL, you play against some good quarterbacks, and they look like shit.
That's true, Mike. Coach, Coach Ant, everybody on the panel. One of the things I noticed is Mike was talking about it on one of his live. Just follow the breadcrumbs, right? Last year they talked about one particular thing, and then they went a whole different way. They're doing the same thing again this year, and I think we are so gullible, right? We are fans who have hope. That's what we are. We're so gullible. So I'm starting to follow the breadcrumbs, man. And you talked about defense. I guarantee you the Falcons are going to draft the offensive tackle in the first round. Offensive tackle is going to be either that kid from Missouri.
It would not surprise me.
Missouri or Texas, Kevin Banks, and then they're going to try to draft. They're going to try to trade back up in the first round by trading next year's first and this year's second up into the first round to get their edge rusher. But I guarantee you that first pick is going to be an offensive tackle.
Look, I told you, look, man.
But you know what?
You got to invest in your quarterback.
Only thing I hate about Kevin Banks is the teams that he played against. When he played against top teams, he was destroyed. And everybody in the NFL are top teams. Their edge guys are top guys. He didn't look good against those guys.
Yeah.
So I don't put Kevin Banks at my top for offensive lineman.
The kid out of Missouri, I put him above Kevin Banks. I'm just talking out loud here. Who's
I understand he's the third. He's considered one of the third best, but I don't think I need him.
He can be at that second pick. That like the thing is with the offensive tackles, the NFL players they don't really care in this until it's too late. So a lot of them offensive tackles they'll end up dropping. But like I said, it's really just depending on how the run on these edges. Like if there's a run on edges and run on defensive tackles, a guy like offensive linemen are gonna drop. They're gonna drop right into the Atlanta Falcons' hands, just like Caleb McGarry did.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, trade back in the first, yeah.
Yep. And you know what's funny? What's that kid Mike Green, right? Everybody keep talking about Mike Green. Mike Green. You know who that kid remind me of? Y'all remember that one year the Bills drafted that kid on that defensive end? What was his name? He only lasted 3 years in the league. What's his name? I can't think of his name. He came out of a big time college. The Bills drafted him, and in his whole career in 3 years he had 7 sacks. I can't think of his name.
That sounds like clowning. No, just playing.
Yeah, I would think the same thing, Coach. I think it would.
I can't think.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
but
they drafted him. He had all this talent. He had all of this athleticism. Like you talking about athleticism, right? He had all this athleticism,
kid.
And he had in 3 years he had 7 sacks. That's what I think. I think what happened was Mike knew he had a chance to get drafted. Had a breakout year because he did all that transferring, right? Because of whatever allegations that they want to say. I don't judge a man. I'm not here to judge him. That's between him and who knows. But he did all that transferring. He figured, oh, snap, I got a chance here. Got 17 and a half sacks. Knew he had an opportunity to get drafted. He reminded me of one of those guys who get drafted and get that money and be like, oh, I ain't got to work no more. I don't care if you gave me that guaranteed contract. I'm good. So it don't matter if you cut me or whatever. I'm good. And so I'm not going to produce like I need to. I don't have to work hard no more. That's who he remind me of.
He ain't my guy either. But anyway, we'll go. Next person. Wide receiver.
0.
Another Mike Williams from you, but
well, he showed 8 up your boy Hunter.
I mean, this guy perfect for a guy like Michael Penix. The thing is, Michael Penix thrives with bigger receivers because his arms is so electric. Big receivers to thrive on that. You look at a guy like Mike Jenkins with a guy that's not athletic, but a guy that's accurate and he got a big arm. Big wide receivers love to play with a guy like Michael Penix. Believe me when I say that. So I think
we're too low to get him. We're too low to get him.
Oh,
so
well, we got some scenarios in the middle.
Well, Michael just said D Thornton 6'5" at a Tennessee. He'll be in the later rounds.
Yeah.
Big
There's a lot of wide receivers, guys.
Yeah. Wide receiver.
They looking for speed demon. There's a lot of them in there.
And
yeah, there's a lot of them.
As big as Thornton is, he is fast.
He ran a 4.3.
He's a big boy.
Yeah,
he's basically downfield vertical threat. That's what he is.
Yeah.
We don't need to reach for a wide receiver.
Yeah, I feel like trying to get him was just reaching for somebody.
Hey, coach would stop doing content if the Falcons mess around and draft Matthew Golden in the first round.
Huh? I would not.
Don't do that.
I wouldn't. That's my guy. That's my wide receiver right there. Because that may just happen. Y'all never know. We've seen Thomas Mitchell do it several times, right? This is the Falcons. You never know. All right, so we're looking at a 0 for Macmillan. Damn, nobody want that cat. Let's go to the next person.
This is 0 for me. Yeah, for sure.
Jalen Walker.
I give him a 5.
A 2.
That's definitely a 1. They need him. They need him.
He's a 2 for. Everybody want him. Is he an instant impact?
Yeah.
Yes.
I give him he can play all 3.
Over Michael Williams. Yes, he's an instant impact.
He can play all 3 linebacker positions, and he can do it. With quality play. That's exactly what, because with this fucking goof we got as a head coach, Like he gonna have our linebackers in coverage, all of them. Even if they can't run fast, they can't cover, they can't do anything. He gonna have them in coverage. This is what he's going to do. You need this, and that's why I say if I'm the Atlanta Falcons, I'm getting rid of Caden because Caden can't cover. Yeah, he gonna put up a bunch of numbers. He gonna get a lot of tackles because of the style of play the scheme that we play in. He gonna have bigger numbers, but he can't cover worth for damn. So Jalen Walker is perfect for the Atlanta Falcons.
Jalen Walker got that Deion Jones type of coverage.
Correct though.
Yeah, that dude, like I said, but I wish I could do one thing to Carolina because they look like they about to nut on themselves by looking at Jalen Walker, boy.
Yeah, they are. So I got scenarios, Mike. Hold on, I got some. But let me ask you a question. That's a great point, though, Mike. If the Falcons draft Jalen Walker, do they cut Caleb?
Oh, I'm cutting him, man. I'm cutting him immediately. Because we need money.
Yeah, you say
we need money this year. We need money this year. And there's a huge factor of me saying this. We don't know if Raheem is going to be here next year. If he doesn't improve this year, him and Terry could. All right, that's a huge possibility because Arthur tired, bro. That man 80 years old. He tired.
You're right, Mike. You're right. I think, and also that he's getting ready to transition over to his son for this team. I don't think his son is going to be as lenient as he is.
Hell no. Hell no. We don't know if he had the same principles as his father. I'm sure he's similar to his dad, but he's gonna have his own little spin to things.
The only thing bad about that, Raheem and his son are real tight friends.
Man, who the hell that man ain't sucking off, Coach? Damn. Raheem sucking everybody off. He friends with every damn body.
And that's my dad say, "Oh, girl got that real tight such and such," but it ain't meaning it good either all the time either.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's talking about. Raheem is cool. Look, the dude, I told this dude is the biggest fraud ever. I say scammer. He everybody friend. But when you need him to actually come through with shit, he say, "Hey man, hit me up tomorrow. I gotta add by 5-10 more friends if I can do this first, and I'm gonna hit you back." That's Raheem. He'll come through, but he'll come through by 10 days later. He that type of boy. Raheem Raheem has done nothing, bro. Makes it up here and try to pretend like he is. Raheem has done nothing but smile well and sell.
Damn, Sam.
Sell us right after playoffs.
Sam's so crazy. I'm a sucker punch, bro. What the? All right, man. But so everybody's high on Jalen Walker. So that's a 5 for most everybody in this chat.
5.
Yes, sir. What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
All right. Now, let's go to the next person. I got scenarios to do. I got 3 of them.
I can't wait to see this.
All right. Safety, Nick Imamawaro. How you pronounce it? Him.
2.
2. So 2 based on what? A knee?
Just impact.
Impact?
Just
so he's not a knee?
No.
So nobody wanted me.
I think he's a need because of Raheem. That motherfucker don't know what to do with anything else except for DBs. He needs his DBs to be great. So I wouldn't be surprised if a guy like him is drafted because he needs guys that can instantly impact the defense. He's not a very good schematic coach.
So he's more like a 4 then. He got an instant impact and a need.
Mm-hmm. Because of Raheem, y'all. All this is predicated on Raheem and what he needs, what he does as a coach.
They're looking for another Keanu Neal.
No.
He needs
that is right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what
he needs that.
But he got better hands.
We know that.
No stone hands.
Man.
He got but the kid, being that big, the kid actually covers well.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him cover wide receiver real good. So,
Mm-hmm.
he I don't know. I'm gonna give him a 4. I don't think I want him, but
4.
I think he's a need and he can be an impact.
I gave him a 2 because I feel like he definitely could be an impact, but
he'll be an instant impact on that defense.
Again, Fresh?
I said I don't think as a need.
The only thing bad about it, I like we was talking about earlier. I think they're gonna move Jesse to the strong so he can be more free to room.
Mm-hmm.
They got to find a free safety.
Yeah.
They have to find a free safety.
Yeah.
I think they brought Fuller in there to be that, but they Fuller and what's called to me are both strong safeties to me. If that's the case, so they actually got to bring it. I think they got to bring a free safety in, somebody who's gonna stay in the back, ain't gonna come up and take these chances on trying to jump everything. Who just need to be the deepest man on the field.
That's because of his defense. That's because of Raheem's defense. His linebackers don't cover well right now. We don't have a cover linebacker. So what teams do? They go away from Jesse at that free, the right side of the field. They constantly attack that right side of the field. Right side of the defense, I should say. Right side of defense. They constantly attack. So you need that free safety to behave like a strong safety. So basically what he done, he just flipped the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Now our free safety had to be a strong safety in this defense because of how we can't cover. Until we get that cover linebacker, teams are going to consistently attack that right side of the defense.
Hmm.
You said, Mike, and as you make good point there. I just hope that they brought in Divine Diablo for a right reason, because he was used as a coverage linebacker and a run stopper while he was in Oakland and Las Vegas. So I just hope that the scheme that Ulbrich has, I hope he's not a yes man. I think Jimmy Lake didn't have a choice but to be a yes man because he was very inexperienced.
Exactly. That's what I was saying too.
I hope that Ulbrich goes, hey, this is how I need to do this. I've seen this. Excuse me for my children. They always fighting over stuff. But my biggest thing is that Ulbrich can come in and be like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I've seen this multiple times. I had success doing this while I was in New York, which has shown, even though the offense ain't worth nothing, but my defense was in the top 15 and higher every year for myself. So, and don't discount. I know Mike said it earlier about development of defensive linemen. That Nate Ollie, that's his name, Nate Ollie. I think that guy right there, bringing him in, will help alleviate some of that issue because he's shown that he can develop talent. So,
yeah. Drew said this is Cam with a better coverage skill. Yeah, true.
I can see that.
All right. Let's go to this next group. This next person. I don't know who that. I just got him up. I don't know who's next. So let's find out. So we're looking at a 3 for Emmanuel. No more than a 3.
I mean, he's got to be a 4.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because he's at a need position,
right,
and he is an instant impact, so it's got to be, scaling it right. He got to be a 4.
All right, let's go to the next person. Kenneth Grant.
5.
I got 5 on it.
Okay.
I need some big go sloppies.
This is who I want. This is who I want right here. This is who I want.
This is my 5.
If he can dominate the middle, the edge won't be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Got to push the pocket. Just got to push it.
Got to push the pocket. Yeah.
And you get him, you might have definitely gone now.
I can see that.
I give him 5.
He's gonna be your Rod Coleman.
But yeah, that's no question. I don't
definitely.
Yes. No question. So,
he just needs size, man.
But
They need size in there. They need that Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis size. Like that dude with the athleticism, the size to go with it, long guy in the middle of the pocket that can push it. Yeah, they need that bad.
Yeah. They need somebody that can push the pocket, but can bat down the ball as well.
Mm-hmm.
This the type of guy that line up in front of you as an offensive lineman. He'll tell you to your face, "Hey boy, today I'm gonna whoop you like your daddy used to do you."
Now don't look at me, or I'm gonna hit you with 2. Yeah.
No.
I think he'll be a game changer for this defense. But yeah, so yeah, everybody agreeing. That was a 5 to me automatic right there. So he's one of my top guys right here. All right, let's go to this next slide. All right, Mike Green.
1.
Who said
2.
1?
Me 1.
A 2.
2.
Instant. I'll give him an impact, but
he's not a need.
He's not a need or a want.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Again, we don't fucking know because this damn Raheem don't never play motherfuckers. And on top of it, we don't know what we getting out of Trice. And that damn Ibby Kitty, well, he about to drive everybody crazy. So I just don't know what he is.
See, this is kind of funny about Mike Green. I ain't heard nothing about him too. I seen him in that Senior Bowl. This is true facts to me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear anything about him too. I seen him in the Senior Bowl thing when he ran the what's called. I've heard the name, but I didn't see anything about him until then.
One time doing that at the Senior Bowl versus over consistency. I don't care if he got 17.5 sacks. I've seen Vic Beasley get 16.5 sacks.
But who are those sacks on? What team are those sacks on? Think about it.
But that's the thing. That's why I say it's not necessarily a good or a bad thing when I say that I can't keep my eyes off of him. It's because he has those traits that you need, the NFL traits, to be able to get off the ball, the size and whatnot. So he has all those traits, but at the same time, it's the same question the coach just said. Who is he beating? Who is he playing?
Clowney.
That's the first thing I thought about that. But then again, something that Jarvis said earlier, maybe it could be reversed. Maybe he had a good year, and he knew he had to sustain to get drafted. But maybe he wants to stay there. Because think about it now, teams protect you if you're good. If you shit it, they're gonna let the police take you away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just talking serious talk.
Jay Dillers, there's no such thing as a full-time defensive lineman like that anymore. Those guys are becoming more and more extinct. Like you may have one or two of them in the NFL, and one of them play for Kansas City. Most of those guys come off the field. So most of these guys, look at the same thing, even with Philadelphia, Carter and Jordan Davis, those guys come off the field on certain downs and certain packages. So that's the NFL right now.
On certain down. And I think he can make an impact. So I see a 4.
Yeah.
But do I want him?
Nah.
I don't necessarily want him.
I don't want him. I can't take my eyes off, but I don't want him.
Like him. People, but I just can't say I want him. I say he's a need, and I think he could be an impact based on what's the word I'm looking for? Amount of stuff I've seen him during the season. Not just that little I think the kid can play.
Yeah.
I think the kid wants to be in the NFL. And you got to play to sustain it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think what Mike call him, Mike used to say on his old shows, man, this is that girl with the BBL who you think real bad in the club until you get home and you like, man, your attitude is Chad.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
She take off that wig. Oh shit.
Goodness.
Take out that wig and mask.
But like
well, you look cute. Well, you look cute, but
most of the fans in Atlanta like seeing stuff like that when they see something on TV. Oh,
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
When the media
that
start
makes me
talking about
feel
him,
good.
the fans in Atlanta wants them. No matter who the hell they are.
Yep. It's the media.
I say I think he's the need, but I don't think I want him. If we
Mhm.
get him, we get him. We just got to see how it's going to play out. However, I only see a 4 for this cat. I don't see a 5 for him. He's not one of those 5 guys.
It makes me
Damn,
feel
funny.
good.
What's Sam talking about? He said, Homer don't want. No, it's good to check it that Homer's head so y'all dumb in a sacrifice. Sam. Anyway, he's a very good run defender. Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna go with a 4. I can't go no
4. Yeah.
So yeah. So all right, who I got? I got somebody else next. I mean that's 11 slide.
5 for me.
Good old Michael.
Michael.
That's 5 right
He's
there.
a big boy too,
He's a
man.
4. Yeah.
Lakers in 5.
He is a who would remind me of? He is the
He's
Jared
Chuck Smith.
Verse. He is a
He's
Jared
Chuck
Verse of
Smith,
this
man.
draft.
I give him a 4.
He's a Jared Verse of this draft.
This man is Chuck Smith reincarnated. The size, athleticism. You look at a lot of his issues has been injuries, and he just can't stay on the field because he playing with a team that's got a loaded roster of defensive linemen. So he's fresh. He's fresh.
He's fresh. Yeah, he's definitely fresh.
He's fresh.
Yeah, he's fresh. Yeah.
He
can play
reminds me a lot
inside
of
and outside
Chuck
too.
Smith.
If the Falcons don't take him, he will be an Eagle.
Fresh, stop talking. Why you messing my show, man?
That was Jarvis.
I'm
Good
gonna
job, ass, boy. That bullshit.
talk about that.
Yep.
Because
him.
if he gets to the Eagles, they're gonna
He's
pick him.
gone. He's gone.
They lost
Same thing for Malachi. If Malachi get there, he may go there too. You never know.
Sweat. And they better Sweat. They lost that other DT Williams.
Yeah. He would definitely go there. It ain't good. I hate that. It ain't good. I don't like football.
If any one of these Georgia players go past us, they go to the Eagles.
That.
Kirby just knows how to
That's another.
He know the NFL. He knows what the NFL looking for.
But did you pick him up at 16?
At 16, yeah.
At 15.
At 16, yep.
If he's there, I'm getting him.
Okay.
Are we getting them over certain people?
Hold on. I got that. Hold on, Fresh. Let me get that.
My bad.
Slow down, Fresh. Slow down.
I say, slow down. You really want to put
Let's go to the next person. Let's go to the next person. All right. James Pierce Jr.
A 3.
So he's a 1 and a what?
No, you know what? I'll do a 4. That's fine. You know what? Just leave him at a 2.
It's an impact or a need.
I got a 2. Instant impact.
That man's a need.
He's a need. I'm gonna tell you why. I seen some stuff on tape, and I'm pretty sure you and Mike as well. So is Ant. I seen some stuff on tape that I wasn't too happy with, especially in that championship game. He just gave up.
Right.
Oh, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He has some legal stuff on his mind.
Oh, wow, coach.
That's
damn.
Yeah.
But he's not a need. He's not a want for me.
No.
I think he can be an impact.
Yeah, that's why I say a 2.
So
he could be an impact, but I think he can fall to us in that second round some type of way.
But do you go 2 edge rushers in this draft? If that's possible.
You can.
I wouldn't. You still need to be somebody on the offensive side of the ball. Like, you got to.
Yeah,
I definitely want my center.
Yeah, I wouldn't count out Ryan Newsel. I like Newsel. Is he long term? Not at the moment. I don't think he.
I want to keep Newsel for right now and have somebody,
mentoring him.
Yeah, in the wing.
But you know what?
I mean,
I'm not. This is the thing about drafting that old lineman. I'm not worried about because we got a coach that can put guys in position.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
too. That also too. That's why I say,
That's why I'm telling y'all, we may not draft the senior. I think they're gonna give that Gwynn kid a shot.
I was about to say that,
I think so. Yeah, I think so too.
That's just.
I would rather draft the tackle than the center.
So, well, we will see. We gonna see.
Yeah, but coach, he's a 2 for me. I'm sorry. When you gave up on that, when you got blown out in that championship game, that was a done deal for me. You let Ohio State come in and do that. They did the Old Town stomp. They ain't do the A Town stomp. They did the Old Town stomp.
Bro, they got embarrassed, bro.
Yeah, I just say he's the instant impact to me. That's all I say he was. I didn't want him. I don't think we need him.
Yeah.
What's that defensive end that the Falcons drafted back in the 80s? Andre
Bruce.
Yeah.
That got him written all over it. Yes, I agree.
I could
Massacre. I think it was a Massacre, something like that.
Massacre. Oh God, I forgot about
Jamal Anderson.
See, you know what? You're not from the.
We don't talk about that. We don't use that name. Right?
It's a lot of them. All right, let's go to the next one. I got a couple more people here, maybe one or two. Matthew Golden.
There you go, coach.
Right here, this coach
season.
A 2.
Now, I want this kid just to stretch the field. Simple.
Yep.
All right.
I freaking that emotion.
Do we need him? Technically, no. Technically, no. Yeah. But we could use him.
You know what? I would want him, but he could be an instant impact.
He could be an instant impact.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think he's an instant impact.
I'll say draft him.
Do I want or need? No.
But the question about that was the same question. Did you pick him up at 15? What 15? 15.
Yeah.
Did you pick him at 15?
I don't know about picking him at 15.
No.
Now,
I don't know about
that. We'll go over that in a minute with what's the scenario. What if all these guys? Well, we'll talk about it in a minute. I'm gonna say a 3 still. Anyway, I'm just giving him a 3. That's all I can do with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 3.
He's just Mooney. No, he ain't just Mooney. This dude here.
No,
he runs good routes and he's fast.
Yeah, he's fast.
Because Mooney, see, this is a problem that I'm gonna tell you. I heard somebody else said this, but I had to think about it. Chicago had Mooney in the wrong position. They had Mooney playing that slot position, that's not his forte. Mooney's he's the outside guy, and it showed last year that he plays better outside than he does in the slot. So I don't know. But yeah, this kid here, if he comes, that means no more Ray. I'm gonna let y'all know that.
Yeah, Ray gone.
That's another thing.
Or will Casey Washington be gone?
Possible. Yeah.
But we haven't seen much from Casey.
Yeah.
But but we talking about Raheem Morris. He might not want to give him that chance if you get this guy.
This is true. Yeah.
But where's Washington gonna get on the field at anyway? Tell me where he's gonna get on the field at anyway.
He will have to be in Ray's spot. That's the only way I will see him.
That's it.
And if you take and Ray provides more of a value, we can see Ray doing the returns and stuff. So you can bump him down.
You just bought the kid in return.
Oh yeah, well shoot. Yeah. Well, they're both extendable then.
Yeah. Exactly.
Either one. And so you can whoever you want to pick.
Yeah. So,
I would say Ray would stay because he's played with Penix a little bit in the actual game.
True.
And then Casey did have that concussion last year too.
Yeah, he got.
Yeah, it was on the play there.
Chris Blair looked good with him too.
Chris Blair too. Yeah, he could be a speed guy.
All right, let's get to this next one here. All right. So we're looking at maybe a three or 2 for Golden, give or take.
He's a 2 for me.
Okay, I gave him a 3 because I think I want him on this team, but like I said, I don't need him.
Yeah, I give him a 3.
I think this is the last one. I think Jahad Campbell.
4.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'll give him a 4.
So that means y'all don't want him.
I don't want him.
Okay. 4.
If anything, I want his position. If anything, I want that. The player per se, no. But do I want his position? Yes. That's what would make it a 5. But do I want him specifically? No.
I think you already have it on a team with Divine Diablo. You will have 2 of the same people. We can agree to disagree. I understand, but
I'm trying to think that him and Diablo was the same person. I'm trying to picture that. Yeah, I guess, yeah. They're about the same weight. Yeah. Give or take.
And I really haven't seen him play like that. I've seen Walker play. That's why I can say I want him.
Yeah, that's different. That's a different type person. He's more. See the difference between him and Walker. Walter is multiple.
Yeah.
He does it all. This guy can. He has great cover skills. I think his cover skills are better than Walker, but I think his downhill and his blitzing is less than what Walker
does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So to me,
it's the opposite. Yeah.
I mean, if we get him, I would be excited to have him. I wouldn't be
disappointed. Yeah,
I would not be disappointed.
Yeah, I wouldn't be disappointed.
You know what I'm saying? You know who I see him where he might go is Tampa.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I see him going to Tampa. Yeah, that's where I predict him going. Anyway.
I think that's what Tampa gonna do. They're getting either a linebacker or a secondary player. That's what Tampa's getting.
Yeah,
they have to, because their cornerbacks are trash. They only have one safety, and that one safety down there getting knocked out every.
Sorry about that.
Get knocked out every year. He ain't gonna be around too much longer. The way he tackles and stuff.
Who is that?
The safety for the Bucks. What's his name?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Winfield. Yeah, bro. The way he tackles, bro, he gonna hurt himself.
Play like his daddy.
He gonna.
He sure do. Reckless abandon.
Like his daddy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's Jihad. So we're looking at a 4 for Jihad.
Yeah.
I think I got one more person. I do got one more person. I think this is the last person.
I say 4.
Will Johnson.
I give him a 3.
That's a need. That's a need.
Definitely a need right here. That's
a need and a want.
Do we? I mean,
because the next year. No, we got to think about next year. Next year, Mike Hughes may not be here, and you can't count on Clark Phillips because I like if you look at him now, would you say has he arrived? Has he established himself as a pro? Nah.
Okay, so then that makes things a lot harder now because now we got to go back to like hey, see this shit hard, man. Because at this 15th pick, like there's so much.
Exactly.
Because now that make me change my thought on because Coach already said don't jump too far ahead. Like, come on. We got some things to talk about now. Like, I gotta take my picks back or something. Because if we feel like this is a need and Mike Hughes not gonna be there because his contract ain't
1 year, right?
Well, you can get rid of that contract kind of easy and send him
Oh,
off.
Not this
Mike
year.
Hughes?
You can't cut him this year.
Not this year, but
Next
like
year.
next year. Yeah,
Next off season, yeah.
you can do something with him. So if we thinking like that, it make it hard because I would take a cornerback at 15 if you know what I'm saying.
So that's a 4 or 5.
That's a 4 or 5. Then if I can look at it like that, then yeah, a 4 or 5.
Got a lot of 4.
I'm gonna give him a 4 because I don't necessarily want Will Johnson himself.
Okay.
I like a couple other cornerbacks over him.
All right, since we got that established, we got 2 4. Though I just want to see what you guys, Campbell or Johnson, if you had to choose.
Or Johnson.
Campbell or Johnson.
Give me Johnson.
Johnson.
Johnson over Campbell.
Yes.
Yeah, over Campbell.
Yeah. I think you got and I say that because you have two people in the secondary who are phenomenal, AJ Terrell and Jesse Bates, right? He can learn under that tutelage. With Caden Ellis, I think Jahad Campbell will be topped out at the talent that he's at because no one else can really do what he can do on that linebacker level on the team. And I'm not going to. Troy Anderson is not it. I'm sorry.
I think you go with Johnson because you're going to receive instant production from him because people are going to go at him.
Hold up. Whoa. I'm not gonna let you just say that about Troy Anderson. What makes him not it? What makes him not it?
I said I knew you were gonna come back with it. That's what I said.
I want to hear it. No. I'll hear that shit before. What makes him not it?
No, it's just the injuries for me.
All right. So you just said his injuries. All right, cool. I can deal with that.
Yeah,
but like he is it. He just can't stay on the field.
It's not. No, it's not.
He just can't stay healthy. That's it.
Yeah, because he's it. That motherfucker say, look, this past season, we saw everything that he could be, and then went straight to the injury list.
Let me ask you this question, Mike.
We've seen glimpses of what he could be.
Let me ask you this question,
every season.
I think a lot of because he is so ripped up, right? Troy Anderson is very.
He need to lose weight.
He needs to. I think he has a lot of soft tissue. He reminds me of that Julio situation. A lot of soft tissue issues. And if
he need to go to DDP yoga, that's what he need to go. It's too much muscle mass and stiff.
Yeah,
and this is the problem with a lot of coaches. They so fucking infatuated with lifting weights. They don't even worry about their flexibility. So these players need to go and do yoga. I'm telling y'all, but do yoga, and I guarantee you, as a coach, as a player and an athlete, it would do you wonders. That's what's wrong with it. That old school mentality. Everybody, man, I squat 5. Why the fuck you think why Nick Chubb always fucking injured all the time? Because he up here fucking squatting fucking elephants and shit.
Yeah,
Mike, I'm telling you, let them go do yoga and water aerobics. Immediately. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've done this. I've done that myself. Got into yoga.
Done that too.
Pilates and yoga will help these players.
Yes.
All right. So we're saying Johnson over Campbell. All right.
Yep.
Let's go to this
Johnson.
Now we got 2 more. We got 4 or 5 guys that we picked that we chose him. We got Nick Skunton, I guess his name is, and Walker. Between those two, who?
Walker.
I like the versatility.
Walker.
Okay.
Walk him down.
All right. The next one we got Grant and Michael Williams.
Grant. Don't you need to say that Grant Jones.
Okay.
As much as I love Michael, no, come on, Grant.
All right. Now, these guys get a retrieval. So you got Williams and Scrunching. Who?
Williams is damn.
That all depends, like Mike said earlier, what kind of defense
This that second playing game.
Yeah, I see what you're doing, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all know what I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna go Williams.
Williams?
Yeah, give me Williams.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Williams against Johnson.
Williams.
Johnson.
So what y'all said?
Johnson.
I'm going Williams.
Williams.
I'm going Williams all day.
Yeah, give me Williams, man.
Give you Williams?
Yeah, if he's there,
y'all too much time here. Chat.
Look, I don't have too many little booties. I need a big booty. Okay, I need a big booty.
We got Williams. Y'all spit in the chat. I got 2 Williams so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Williams wins that one. Now let's go down to the big game. Walker and Grant.
Walker and Grant. Yeah. Nah, I'm getting Grant.
Who we got? Grant.
Walker.
Oh, y'all just tied yourself out again. Okay, chat. I'm gonna let them make this decision. Walker or Grant.
Oh, we know what they're gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm saying Walker because you can get it's other guys that you can get to replace a Grant that's in the draft.
That's true.
It's not a lot of top end linebackers like Walker in the draft.
Grant, okay.
That's a great. Yeah.
This is hard one. That's actually a hard one.
This is hard.
Because if you don't, what about old boy from Kentucky? I take him as a consolation prize.
Yeah,
not getting great.
It's another kid they've been talking about. I can't from some school.
Or Jordan Phillips from Maryland.
No, the kid from Oregon, the other big kid from Oregon.
Oh, Harmon.
Yeah, Harmon. You get him in the second round easy.
Or Darius Alexander from Toledo.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's what.
Darius.
That's right there.
Hey, Harmon remind me of y'all remember Forrest the Buckner.
Yeah, I remember him.
Remind me of.
Exactly.
He went to Oregon too.
Yep.
So
sure
did.
We're
talking about. So we're looking at Walker or Williams. This is our final. Walker.
Look, I'm going big. I'm going. Look, I told y'all I done had enough little booties in my life. I need some big booties.
Okay.
Michael, you're trying to smash and pound.
Wow.
I did all the pounding shit. I'm trying to smash. I done did enough pounding.
So most people want Walker if he's there. All right. That's like I said, all these guys, if they're there, these last guys we picked, they're there. I won't feel bad at 15 for none of those guys. All right.
All in all, Coach, I feel like it needs to be the scenario needs to be, or the I should say the conclusion needs to be, if there is an edge there that fits your scheme, because as always, you know how the Falcons draft. They don't draft for need; they draft best player available most of the time, right? But if there's a defensive edge there, it needs to be a good reason why you're not taking that edge, being that you have had problems getting to the quarterback all the time. For me, as a person on the outside looking in, not the GM, a person not taking the edge. My only reason not taking the edge, if you draft Kenneth Grant.
Sure.
My thing is, you can always get athletes, but when you got a big physical dude that's in the middle of a defense, man, like we got pushed around.
Yes,
we got pushed around.
Even Grady
Jerry, like we got pushed around on that D line, man. Like we need somebody that's gonna be in there and gonna smack somebody mama. All right,
we do need some booty side. We do need some big piece size.
Yeah.
Well,
We need to get bigger. Yes.
I could take a Grant or a Williams over a Walker because there are a couple of linebackers I just thought about. Knight out of South Carolina, and his teammate Scott Martin, his teammate. Both of them are good linebackers. Danny Stuntman, another guy.
See, that's a lot of athletes. I think you can get another Jalen Walker as far as athletics is concerned. But like when you get these big physical guys like that has the athleticism to go with it, like that right there is what you need in a defense. Every defense has that one or two guys that's there just to be fat and smack somebody in the face. Mike Pennell is one of them. Okay, we saw that with Kansas City. He's just there to be fat. That's all.
Yep.
All right. First, this is we through this right there. That's all. Yeah, we through with that. All right, let's talk now. Scenario number 1. All right, this is what I wrote down. Falcons trade up. They trade up to 7 with the Jets. All right, we give them the 15th pick. All right, the 118th pick in the second round. We get the 7th pick and the 186th pick for this year. That's what we get. All right. But this is what's on the board. You got Mason Graham. You got Mike Green, Will Johnson, Malachi, Jalen Walker. Where do you go?
Graham.
It's Graham.
Graham?
Yeah. That's my first initial thought.
He's a white kid, so we do need one. Yeah.
Yeah, we need some crackers. We do need a cracker.
Yeah,
Listen, y'all.
Why? We didn't have to go there.
Listen, on
why?
Think about this, though. Think about this. Every team they have drafted a white kid early. Everyone knows white kids on that D-line have been very impactful.
I wanted who was that from Florida State with Verse last year? Brandon. I wanted him too.
Brees from Clemson. It was the other guy. It was
Brandon.
No, Reese. It was Reese from what's going on.
Brian Reese from Clemson.
Yeah.
Down there in the Stankville.
But so Mason Graham is on the board. But would y'all take that pick? You give him up?
I would because listen, guys, everybody laughed what Mike just said. I wouldn't say it in that manner, but think about it, guys. It seems like
we got too many niggas on this damn team, and niggas feel that all in that. We need a cracker, okay?
Yeah, we need a couple of marshmallows in this cocoa.
I feel like those caliber of players, they work harder, and then I love my people. I love my people. I love my people. But it seems like
we talked about that, Durant. We talked about it before.
They work harder.
They work harder
because guess what? They're not at the strip club like that. They're not. I'm serious.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm being frank. They're not at the strip club doing all that crazy stuff. They don't drive Ferraris. They don't drive Maseratis.
Yeah, they out.
They not as a lot of them aren't as athletic.
They drive Ford trucks, Chevy trucks. They're not doing all that other stuff that we.
They're not flashy, and
I mean, you have to be better than your prey.
Yeah.
You have to be bigger, faster, and stronger. And what is the white man's prey?
Guns? Never mind. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know
you know what I'm talking about, Mike. You know what I'm talking about, Mike. Don't play with me like that. You know what I was going with that.
So I got a question though. Is Mason Graham a product of what Grant did?
It could be.
It could very well be that.
I think you could take either or. I mean,
could be.
But what? Hold on. What if they can't work without each other? What if it's just that nucleus that they had? That you had two big ass 215-pound guys.
Guess what?
Now
we just stopped. Now this whole thing just stopped now because you throwing monkey wrenches in the thing now.
Always.
Nah. Yes, this is what you do. This is what you do. You trade back into the first and you pick him. You pick his buddy up. That's what you can do.
Oh, then there's no reason for Rook. There's no reason for Dorley.
Exactly.
There's no reason
rotation.
If you do that, there's no reason for those guys because those guys right there are going to dominate. And they see at least I know Grant from looking at him play is a 3-down lineman at 331.
Yeah, he's a 3-down lineman. Yeah, you're right. He is one.
Shit, people don't get tired.
But I'm still trying to see how Mason Graham got the odd over Grant. I thought Grant was the more dominant player than Winston was. I think he freed Mason Graham to do what he's doing.
They need a white horse.
Mike said it earlier.
You know the NFL need a white horse. Can't have all these niggas up here on top.
That is
You gotta throw some. You gotta sprinkle some white in there.
Use some salt. No, just like, all right, man.
Hey, you need some sea salt sometimes.
All right,
gotta have some sea salt.
So we're looking at Mason Graham if that's the case, and yeah, you know, that's just a scenario, man. You know, I always got to think of something crazy. Now, that's another thing. Second round. Just imagine we pick up, for instance, a Grant in the first round. Second round pick comes around. Would you guys go after Jack Sawyer?
I wouldn't mind them. I wouldn't trip if they picked him up.
That's just.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm being sincere when I say this. I think we just got too many black folks on our defense.
I agree with you.
Oh, so you want two?
There's
two marshmallows in
white players. White players take their game seriously. A lot of black they've been relying on their athleticism all the way from rec ball all the way to high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, if we gonna pick a white man, can I get Landon Jackson?
He ain't white.
Yeah. That joker albino.
He looked white.
Almost. He almost there.
He almost. They just take it. Look at TJ Watt. Like, he's super athletic, but you can tell like it's a different mentality. Like, he athletic. He's athletic, but he works hard.
But Mike,
for whatever reason, the black players just don't work hard. Like, soon they get their paycheck, they done.
It's because they in it for the
style. That's what I'm saying, Mike. It seemed like we just get happy with the first. We get the money, right? These ain't
no goddamn cracker. What are you talking about? Cannon Black.
No. What I'm saying?
I'm talking about these non-nincompoops like Nate Lamont from fucking Africa. Okay. I'm not crackers.
They're African.
Yeah, they just had the black scraped off of them.
Yeah. Look, they
like toast. That's all.
Like I said, it seems like we get happy with the paycheck. Like Mike said, we have relied on athleticism for too long.
Right? Way too long.
And so when we get the paycheck, we're happy with that. With them, remember, a lot of us come from a lot of fatherless homes. Like,
yes,
our fatherless life, of course, but a lot of athletes come from fatherless homes where they had their mother. So they didn't have people all the time showing up at their football games and things of that nature. A lot of your white athletes, their parents there, no matter what.
Yes,
football games, basketball games, and so forth. So the support situation was never a big thing. So the whole money aspect of it all,
it changes everything.
I'm not saying money's not important to me, but the whole money thing is, okay, I'm going to get this money. It's going to support my family, but my craft is more important.
They chase legacy more than they just chase a bag.
Right.
Yes.
Like the history of yes. Okay.
Look at Caleb McGarry.
Bruce Matthews and stuff like that.
Look at
Caleb
McGarry. He's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Like,
I know he care about the money.
Yeah, he took a less contract to stay.
Can I
man
get
ain't
my
worried about no money.
AR-15? Can I get my 12 gauge shotgun? I'm going hunting.
Caleb was raised on a farm
Right.
down in Pike, Washington, right? He was raised on a farm.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, the Brock Lesnar of the world.
He still bought land on a farm, and he still live out there in the country.
Yes.
He don't have all that flashy stuff. He'll tell you right now. Somebody asked him on Twitter one time. I was watching his Twitter. Somebody asked him, "Hey man, why you don't line your beard up and look a little decent?" He said, "Man, I'm from the country. I don't do none of this."
The end.
He in the heart of black folk country. You know, some good hunting out there, boy.
Look, man, those are the types of players I want. Those are the type of players I want.
Oh, happy day!
We not doing
As soon as my player talking about going out to the club, I'm already I'm already looking for your replacement if I'm a head coach.
All right, let's go to this next scenario. Okay, this is another trade. This is a trade back though.
Yes, sir.
With Pittsburgh, we give up our 15th pick. We get their 21st, their 83rd, their 123, and their 4th round in next year's draft.
Okay.
All right. This is already gone. This is already gone. Jalen Walker's gone. Grant's gone. The Ezerado, the linebacker, gone. Williams gone. Johnson's gone. Golden gone. Abdul Carter gone. Barron gone. This is what's on the board. Walter Nolan, Malachi Starks, Mike Williams still there. James Pierce Jr.
Malachi Starks.
Yeah, I think Malachi Starks, because if I pick that safety up in the first round, right? And I know Mike said it earlier he wouldn't do it, but I'm going double edge. I'm going double edge with my second and third round.
You didn't picked up some more picks, so go ahead and give me Starks and I'll double dip on that defensive line.
Well, you keep saying double edge, but the thing is, you keep forgetting that we got Leonard Floyd. That'll be a wasted pick for this year.
Leonard Floyd said more pass rush to more Marriott. He won't.
Yeah, I was just talking about what he said in the interview. He said he want a whole basketball team.
Yeah, I'm not wasting drafting 2 double edges like that. So good. These guys need playing time, and I don't think we're in a position to be up here wasting guys and sitting them for a year. We need guys that gonna have.
What about a corner? You'll take a corner?
No, I'm going deep. Because that man don't know it. Look, that man don't know what he doing. We saw all our corners playing 5 yards off the damn ball. He don't know what he doing.
Mike can't wait. Mike
we need to draft safety. I'm not picking on Raheem. I promise y'all, I'm not. He ain't shown us nothing. He is good with defensive backs, and I mean safeties. That's what he's good at. He's not good at developing corners. So that's why he needs guys to be established. That's why he needs the Jalen Ramsey, the Mike Hughes, the AJ Terrell. He needs guys at corner to be ready because he can't develop them. So that's what he's been. Name a corner where he's developed. Name one corner that he developed. Name a corner. You can't.
What? Only one. I can only name one, and that's Witherspoon that they had with the Rams. That's the only one. That's 7th round pick. Witherspoon, that 7th round pick that made the Pro Bowl a couple years.
Witherspoon.
Yeah, not Devin Witherspoon. There's another Witherspoon play for the Rams.
Yeah,
I get it. But look, man. Look,
I said one.
Every once in a while, my dick grows about 15 feet. Okay.
Wow.
That shit happens, okay? Every once in a while you get your dick be on 10, okay? Everybody had their dick with that moment when their dick is on 10. There was one time his dick was on 10, all right? That's one time. I give him one time. But that man ain't did nothing as far as cornerback's concerned. I'm not taking no corner. I'm not taking no Will Johnson. I'm taking Malachi Starks because I know he can do something with defensive backs, and I mean the safeties. He'll be able to do something with that. Raheem, he's one of those coaches. If you're going to have a cornerback, it has to be established cornerbacks. If you're gonna draft a young DB, it has to be a strong safety or free safety. He's very good at that. You got to give Raheem things that he's good at. You got to take advantage of what he's good at.
Yeah,
that's what he's good at.
That's a Terry Fontenot situation that he needs to be looking into then. Because if I'm your GM, if I'm Terry Fontenot, the GM, I'm looking at, okay, what is my coach good at? Okay, my coach is just said my coach is good at this. So let me put my pride and my ego to the side and not pick who I want to choose because I'm the one picking. But let me actually put somebody in here, bring somebody in here who can fulfill what my coach needs to do and my coach can develop them. But I will also, me personally as a GM, that tells me, okay, my head coach has his strengths and weaknesses. Well, my other strengths, let me go over to Jeff Ulbrich. He's a linebacker coach. Also, Nate Alden.
Yep.
Guys, what are you guys looking for at your level to help with this overall defense? Because if you're just talking to Raheem Morris, he's going to give you one aspect of what he's looking for on defense. He's not going to give you an overall aspect of it. And you see that, right? You see that. It showed last year. Because
That man didn't say a whole bunch of nothing. All right, the only thing that we know he like is big, long defensive lineman. That's it.
Big, long what?
That's what I'm describing. He likes. He said, "Got here." That's all.
Now pause that, Ocho.
Pause that,
One name a DB. This him a DB. He never said anything about the type of defensive back that he like outside of a Jesse Bates. He doesn't have a particular like as far as like the type of player that he's looking for. If a guy is a playmaker and he can get interceptions, that's what Raheem wants. That's what he wants with his DBs. Like because
Raheem
gives and say this before. Let me say this though. But if you go back, we did a show, Coach. We did a show Thursday on Jalen Ramsey and what he said about gives his defensive backs the freedom to do whatever they want. Does that sound like a defensive coach that understands what he wants from his DBs?
No.
That's the description of a playmaker. You putting your DBs in the position to be playmakers instead of solid cover guys or solid zone guys. He doesn't have that. So that's why he gives these guys the freedom to do what they want to do because
what I was gonna say, Coach, was what made me mad with Raheem, and like I say, I don't know the guy personally. None of us do. What made me mad was when AJ Terrell got his 2 picks. Was it 2 picks this year?
Yeah.
He goes, I told you he wasn't gonna get no picks until I came back. Bro, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He said, I didn't hear that part of that.
Yeah, he did. He said that. And he said, I told you AJ wasn't gonna get no picks until I came back to the team. I said, bro, don't do that. Don't do that.
I ain't hear that. I think I went off on that one. What the hell?
Yeah, don't do that. Don't take credit for what someone else has worked hard to do, and now you saying that because I came back. No, don't do that. Not because when you do that, I start losing respect for you.
Wow. But yeah, man, it's just gonna be one of those things, and the Falcons just got to be better. How's that? Everything has to click this year. It has to click.
I'm counting on Ulbrich to be able to get it.
That's if he had. I think if he has free reign to run his defense the way he wants to run the defense, it will be better.
This is the time that Terry Fontenot and Arthur Blank. I know Raheem. They say Raheem doesn't report to Terry. Okay, they report to Arthur Blank. But this is the time that Arthur Blank. If that's the case, Arthur Blank need to come and be like, okay, guys, we done it your way. We've tried it. Look how miserable it was. Mm-hmm. Now, this year, I'm putting my money in my bag, and I've sent this money out to Jeff Ulbrich to be on this team. Guess what? We're going to follow his lead. We looked at your way, and it was unsuccessful. I'm not going through this again. We've had 7, 8 losing seasons already. We've tried this. Let's try a different method. Hey, Ulbrich, I want you to go ahead and take over and manage this defense to the purpose. I want you to relay all your information and all your needs up to the head coach so we can get it to the general manager. That's what I would do. But again, I don't tell millionaires what to do and billionaires.
We got a super chat from J Black 142 $2 super chat. Rise up, hit that like button, people. Appreciate you there, J Black. Thank you. But yeah, man, like I said, this is gonna be a crazy draft. And don't be surprised something super happen. Go ahead.
Kevin
Am I freezing up or is
I thought it was me.
I feel like I'm freezing up for some reason. I don't know why. But
offensive tackle coach, here we come.
I don't see that for some. I don't see offensive tackle. I think
not early.
I think if Jeff has full control of the defense, he's gonna get what he wants. I think.
I agree.
Now, if the Falcons stay put, this is my last scenario. If the Falcons stay put at 15, and these people are gone, where do we go? We got Mike Green, Will Johnson, Jalen Walker, Kenneth Grant, Malachi's gone, and you know the rest of the people that are gone. Where did the Falcons go?
Kenneth Grant.
He's gone.
Oh, you said these people that was gone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, these people are gone.
Johnson.
He's gone too.
Yeah, you said Johnson gone.
Oh, those people are gone. So
who's
there?
We'll go ahead and get you back. We'll go ahead and get your player. We'll go ahead and get Matthew Golden.
Who's there at 15? Who's going to be there though? Who's on the board?
Shit, a lot of people. Well, we know the top 5. We know Abdul's gone. We know all those guys like that are gone.
If guys are gone, I say go offense. Get the receiver.
That's my take too. Or completely trade out and get more picks to pick up.
I would say, yeah, trade back.
That could happen too. Mm-hmm.
I would completely trade. This is me personally. If all the guys that are on my top 5 guys on the board that are gone, I'm not sure. I'm not saying it's the top 5 people. I'm going to trade out the first round. Like no lower than 35.
Mm-hmm.
No lower 36 is push.
But I better get a 3rd, 4th, and a 5th out of it too.
You probably can rob the bank.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of lower picks if you do that.
Yeah,
you can trade back because I know is it New England? I think it's New England who likes to trade back. Well, I did one with Jacksonville for that 36 pick, right? This year, and I did on the Pro Football Network instead of the regular.
Who'd you get?
I got 36, I got 70, I got 88, I got 147, and I got 127. I got their 26 second round pick. This is what they offered me. This ain't what I did. They offered me all this, and I picked up Kenny Grant at 36. He was. This is on another thing. 26. Then I get at 46. I picked up Donovan Ivaraku from Boston College.
Okay.
70. I picked up Kevin Winston Jr. safety.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
88. I picked up Barrett Carter.
Okay,
a nice one.
I got another edge. 118. I got Jack Sawyer.
That's a great pick.
I picked 147 pick. I picked up Nick Nash, wide receiver.
Okay,
that's great. That's a great.
I did go get a lineman at 218. I went and got Indiana tackle Trey Windig.
Okay.
227. I picked up a quarterback.
Who's that quarterback?
Rook from Indiana.
Oh yeah, man. You know what? Everybody been talking about.
He's good.
I think Coach froze.
Yeah, Coach froze up.
So that is me freezing.
Mm-hmm.
Am I back?
Yeah, you back, Coach.
It is me. I got to see what's going on. But anyway, I picked up Rook. The reason I picked him up because he's an Indiana guy. That's what Penny started.
I don't know. I'm myself, Coach. I don't know what's going on. I'm freaking.
It's acting. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. But anyway, then my last pick was 247. I picked up B.J. Adam, cornerback from UCF, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can still get some decent picks. For some reason, they said Kenny Grant is falling out the first round.
I think it's because people are getting pushed up the board though too.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
So this is what this draft looked like. I got to my point. Cam Ward went first. Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter went to New York, which is weird to me. Will Campbell lineman went to Patriots. That other lineman went to the Jaguars. Tyler Warner went to the. Why they get another tight end? That's stupid. Anyway, I don't know.
Who?
Oakland. That's just stupid. This ain't my draft. This yeah.
They might be trying to get that old Patriots offense back.
Be.
You know, Tom Brady there.
Which one going to jail? But anyway, that's not story.
Oh, go really?
Copeland.
The Jets picked up Mason Graham.
Damn, coach.
I'm sorry. The Panthers picked up Will Johnson. The Saints picked up a wide receiver, that McMillan kid. That's another story. The Bears picked up a running back, Gentry, which is another. San Francisco picked up Mike Green. Dallas Cowboy picked up Shedeur Sanders. I don't know why, but that's another story.
They picked up who?
Shedeur.
Dallas?
Like I said, I didn't do it. This is what they did. Shamar Stewart went to that's another thing. We ain't talk about Shamar Stewart either. A lot of people don't like him. I don't know why, but
I haven't seen enough or really done no research.
They picked him up
because he's a good tester. That's what he is.
Kevin Banks stayed at home in Texas.
He went to Houston.
Yeah. Then the Jaguars picked up Loveland, tight end. It makes no sense.
Loveland.
The Cardinals picked up Jalen Walker.
How about
Harmon. The Bengals picked up Derek Harmon. Seahawks picked up Matthew Golden. The Eagles, they ain't gonna tell you, they ain't gonna tell you who they picked up. You know who that is. Denver picked up Jahad Campbell. Jade Barrett went to Pittsburgh. Tyler Booker, old lineman, went to the Chargers. Josh Simmons, a tackle, went to the Seahawks.
Okay.
That great Zabel guy. That's another person that Falcons.
North Dakota.
Yeah, they say he can play center too. That's another guy that Falcons been looking at too, guys. That's the guy I can think.
Boy, if the Falcons pick a center in the first round, boy, it's gonna be a riot.
Anyway,
I wouldn't be mad.
Shit, I'd be devastated. I'd be devastated.
Boy, they gonna knock. As
long as Jared Wilson, I'm cool.
They gonna knock. They gonna knock the Sonic rings out the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
God, I'd be like,
I'm gonna make fun of so many people.
They gonna knock the Sonic rings out of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
I'd be like, what the hell? I think I had to end the chat that day. We're done. This show's over.
Look, I'm already prepared. We drafted. We already drafted.
Now, hold on. You know what? No, I'm gonna rephrase from saying that. We better not draft a center at 15.
Okay, that's fine.
If we pass 25 and below, I would consider it.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
I can get with that, but at 15,
not at 15, no.
If they draft a center at 15, boy, I'm telling you, the Mercedes-Benz, you ain't gonna even say the Mercedes-Benz no more. You're gonna be the only syllable you're gonna get is Mer. That's it. They're gonna knock the rest of the letters off of there. I'm telling you.
Maybe. But yeah, that's
way value, and the center don't typically go that high over 15 unless they're generational talent.
Yeah, they have to be.
And as good as Alex Mack was, he didn't even go 15.
He was a third round pick, right?
Yeah.
Third round. Now, that's another thing. Why is that kid from Boston College? Why has he dropped so much? That Donovan Izaraku.
He's just not getting the hype, I feel.
Yeah. Somebody probably just hiding him.
No, what happened was, Coach, I seen it on. It was a story that came out. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he ain't got the money to pay his agent. That's why he dropped.
No, what it is, Mike. I seen a little small story. I don't. If it ain't coming from top dogs, really from story wise, I don't really listen to it. But I was reading something. They was like,
he ain't paid his agent.
Yeah, he was he ain't played good. He ain't played high talent. I was like, he ain't played high talent. So what Mike Green played?
Bruh,
that's what I'm saying.
If these agents, if the agent ain't hitting you up, you dropping, okay? and you're gonna end up falling. That's why a lot of guys like Grady Jarrett end up in the 5th round because they ain't got the money or the agent. They don't have this big time agent that's gonna be able to put them in the spotlight like that. That's why these guys drop.
Another thing you also look at what Kansas City draft. They always have you noticed they always draft some big old D lineman every year.
Yeah.
The second round they picked up Darius Alexander. I got to go do some research on him. I'm hearing he's pretty solid. Hallelujah.
hey, coach. Whatever happened to that kid that Kansas City drafted 2 years ago? Uzmo from Kansas State. He was supposed to be the next big thing, and then they drafted him. I ain't heard from him since.
Yeah.
Shoot, they still got what's the name, and the other guy's doing good in front of him. He probably just can't get on the field.
Can't get on the field, yeah.
I mean, I think he plays every sparingly. I have seen him out there, but he might not just be better than nobody yet.
Hey, coach, I will say this, and you right, boss. I'm gonna tell you something I seen, man. I never thought I would say this, but I'm surprised how Kyle Loftus show has turned out for that team. I didn't see him as that caliber of player, but he has turned out a very nice piece.
Yes. He was one of the guys that I liked if we would have got him later on in those rounds, but he turned into a nice little edge guy. Like I said, this draft is so deep. Listen, defensive talent, there's so much defensive talent in this draft that you it's hard to miss in the first 3 rounds. First 3 rounds, you can find somebody with great talent that you can bring in who can be a day one.
You got to really try to miss. You really got to be out here trying to miss.
Starter or country. What's that? Person who can play on the field. Yes.
Yes. You got to really be trying hard to miss.
Okay. But okay.
What's up, Black?
Anything else, guys? What's up, Blackberry?
What's happening, y'all?
No team, just the cave, man.
Good. Good.
Yes, sir.
Home team.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man. So
On the road.
like I said, you came in a little late. We don't win over everything, B-Berry. But hey, next week, man, be a big week, guys. I'm gonna do my final mock draft next week.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Well, coach, like you always tell us, and Mike do the same thing. And I heard you say it too.
Coach, the draft next week, ain't it?
Yeah, draft next week.
No, not now. I'm doing it during the week.
Oh, okay.
Remember to always just support the logo. Whatever happens, support the logo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
No matter what happens, support the logo.
Hey, we ain't the one with the money. We ain't buying shit but tickets. Or
Right.
we don't
And that's not an obligation.
Yeah, exactly. That's something I like to do. So that's how you support my team. So, but other than that, man, you guys got anything you guys want to talk about before we get off this thing today? Anybody?
Will this be the year that if things go south, Terry Fontenot gets fired?
I mean, he ain't signed an extension yet, has he?
No, this is last year.
So he just be let go at the end of the year, probably.
Hold on, who?
You said Terry Fontenot.
I don't know. Listen.
That man got booted.
Hold on. What the question was? What was the question?
If things go south this year, will this be the year that Terry Fontenot gets fired? And I only ask that because I hear people say, with what's his name? What's the dude that was right underneath Arthur Blank? What's the name?
Kyle Smith.
No, the other guy that they didn't want to be the GM anymore.
Rich McKay?
Mitch McKay. They were saying that Terry should get a couple years, or at least another 2 years, because Rich McKay was behind the scene making all the chance, making all
the 2 years, yeah.
So with that being said, do you Do you believe that philosophy is saying, hey, let me give him 2 years to do it himself? Or do you say, if he don't get it right this year and things go south, we're going to change over?
Well, to Terry's defense,
I think Mike saying something, but we can't hear what he's saying.
his volume's off. Well, like I said, to Terry's defense, has Terry hit on his players? Has Terry's players that he brought in, have they hit? Has the players he brought in, have they been contributors to this team? Have they all did something to this team to help this team?
And when they look by round analysis, though, that's the question, because his second round draft picks have been that second round draft pick, which they consider a starter in this league, have really been subpar.
Right. They ain't been that great, have they?
No.
Injury prone. How's that? Been very injury prone.
Richard Grant. I like AK.
Well,
people think AK should be a 10-sack person. I like Troy Anderson, but he can't stay on the field. Who else is the second round pick that we got? We don't know what Rook is because he hasn't really played.
Don't know what Trice gonna be because he got injured last year.
So if you can only hit it, if you only hit in the first round, and then you can hit on a few late picks in day 3, but your day 2 picks are not really hitting, then Arthur Blank can be like, I can get this with a little bit more somewhere else.
Well, Richie Grant was. You say he wasn't a hit?
That's what statistically. That's what's being put out there. Like they wanted him to be this dynamic safety, right?
I think they had him in the wrong position. He wasn't a safety. I think he was more like a nickel guy. Because when he played nickel for Dean Pease, he played well.
He did.
He played well, yeah.
He did. So did Isaiah Oliver.
Yeah.
So did I. Yeah, that's true.
So maybe just try to put him at the safety. That wasn't the position he needed to be playing at, and it showed. So,
I mean, you could not hit and still have impact. So
right.
Yeah.
And that was Terry's first year, 2021.
Yes.
Yeah, Kyle. This is his draft class. I got him right here in front of me. That 21 class was terrible. Okay, it was terrible. So you had Kyle Pitts, who's still on the team, which is fine. You had Richie Grant. You had Jalen Mayfield. You had Darren Hall, Drew Dolman, who became a decent starter. You still got Taquan Graham there. You got A.O. Ogundeji gone. Avery Williams, who is now gone, who was actually okay for what he did. Then you had Frank Darden. All right, so
Frank Darden.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you had a couple guys who's still on this team. You got 1, 2. You only got 2 guys still on this team. That is Taquan Graham and Kyle Pitts. All right. So now you go to 22. You got Drake London. You got Arnold Ebiketie, and you got Troy Anderson. They both were on drafted second round. You got D'Angelo Malone. You got Tyler Algier. So this was a hit year for him. So this wasn't a bad year for him. But Justin Schaefer didn't work out. John Fitzpatrick, he playing somewhere else, didn't work out to a degree. And you had third round? Desmond Riddle. We know how that worked out. All right, so let's go to the next year. You got Bijan. You got Bergeron, which is what a starter, right? So both these years, you got guys that are starting the first and second round. All right. Then you got Troy. Well, that's another year. Okay. Then you got Zach Harrison, contributor, still on the team.
Yeah.
You got Clark Phillips, who was in the fourth round, still on the team, contributor. DeMarco Helen can't stay healthy. Don't know what's going to happen with that. You got Javon Gwynn, who I say is going to be your next center. That's just my take. All right, so that's 23. Now, last year's draft, you picked up Michael Penix,
but this last draft is incomplete because we don't know what we got, right?
Who's gonna probably be a say it again?
Last year's draft should be incomplete, right? Because we don't know what we have.
We don't know what we have, yeah.
Yeah.
But you got a starter. You got Michael Penix, who's now the starter. You got Rook, who was a rotational piece. Don't know what Brandon Trice, because he was injured. You had Brandon Dorless, who played limited, but he played. J.D. Bertrand played a lot. Was a rotational piece. Jason McClellan played at the end of the season. Casey Washington played a little bit, but they got concussion. Then they got rid of Zion Lowe. So that's still the unknown for that team right there.
Mm-hmm.
So his picks have contributed to this team.
I say he's hit on more picks than he's missed.
There
Exactly.
we go. The question is it really his fault?
And I was just about to go there, and then I was going to say that too.
That's the point I'm making.
Was some of them picks? Was it the development plan for those picks? And I think that was the downfall of some of those picks, like Mayfield.
That's exactly what it is.
Is a prime example of trying to experiment with certain stuff, and it just didn't really work. That's a coaching thing.
The offense have hit. I'm gonna say, no matter what you let the offense on each one of those years have hit. We just couldn't stop nobody on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Offense, no matter how bad we talk about Desmond, the offense still worked a little bit, right? The run game was still there. He threw some interceptions, yes, indeed, he did. However, the offense still worked, but the defense was the problem. We couldn't stop nobody else.
Okay, so let's try to narrow in. Let's try to dial in on specific individuals, like Troy Anderson. Before the injuries, he accomplished something that you draft guys like him to be able to do. He shut down Alvin Kamara in a whole game. From sideline to sideline, which is what you drafted him to be able to do, was to play sideline to sideline and be able to cover out of the backfield. He was able to do that against Alvin Kamara. He took him out the game. That's what you draft. That's what you draft players to do, to take away another, especially in your division. You draft them to take away strong suits from other teams, especially in the division. We know Alvin Kamara was a thorn in our ass since day one. So we drafted somebody that could hang with him out the backfield. So that's that. And then let's look at somebody else. Let's look at AJ. Well, he didn't draft AJ.
No, he didn't draft AJ.
Let's look at somebody else. Let's look at Carl Phillips III. Let's look at Carl Phillips. Now, while we believe he's been played out of position, he's been a plug-and-play guy. You've been able to plug him in. He's been able to play. He's been a little inconsistent, but he does make some plays from here and there. He's developing at a pace. We'll say he's developing at a pace. Right? And then you look at guys like AK. Okay, let's look at Arnold Everett. Has he lived up exactly to what we expect? It depends on what you expect. But if we're talking about the effect he has during the game, he's getting pressures. If you go look at his pressure rate, he puts pressure on the quarterback. So it's not.
He was in the top 5 this year.
Yeah. So was he top 5? He was top 5 in pressure rates.
Pressure rate, yeah, he's top 5.
Yes, he was top 5. He was right behind Michael Parsons.
Okay, well, hey, I'm going off just from watching the games, but so the stats even show that he gets pressure in an abundance. So when we talking about the guy didn't do well. See, first of all, everybody done said all the right stuff, right? He hits on more of his picks than not. Okay, you better watch it, boy. You better watch yourself in this car, boy. So if he's hitting on more picks than not, and we look at the production of guys that we know we can get production out of, the Troy Andersons, it's not Terry Fontenot's fault that Troy Anderson can't stay healthy. That's not his fault. It's not Terry Fontenot's fault that the coaching on the defensive side of the ball has not had guys in the right position. That's not Terry Fontenot's fault. And it's also not his fault that a guy can get pressure, but because we're lacking a major part of the pressure game in the middle, that he can't close the deal because quarterbacks will just step up in the pocket, 3 yards in the pocket and get what they want in the pocket. So it's not when we break this shit down. God, Lou, she got midgets in the back pocket, y'all. She got midgets. Goodness gracious. Okay, I'm sorry. So, my bad.
She was trafficking.
So,
she was trafficking people out there.
Good Lord. All right, so you gotta really break stuff down. You gotta really break it down to the smallest possible, microscope to see really what it is that our issues are. And Terry Fontenot is not an issue by a long shot. But and then you also got the fact that what somebody mentioned earlier, I think that was Jarvis that mentioned earlier about how management has already been going on record saying that this past season was really the first season that they took the handcuffs off him. They let him have more decision making within the process of who we're going to put on the team, how we're going to develop them. He had more say so this past season. So since the training wheels are now off, you can't say after 1 year, if we have a bad season, then that means Terry Fontenot got to be out there. His seat high.
That's not fair.
That's not fair. That don't make sense. You only gave him one real season to implement what he offers in his arsenal to the team. You only gave him one season. That don't make sense. So I'm not gonna say he on the hot seat. I'll say this. I'll say he got a warm seat because of the situation, not because of him, but because of the situation. And a lot of times, players, management, coaches, they just happen to be innocent bystanders. They just happen to be, what they call it, the collateral.
Scapegoat.
Yeah, they just happen to be scapegoats or they
collateral damage.
Collateral damage. There you go. They just happen to be collateral damage to a bad situation. And a lot of the times the bad situations is caused by somebody caused by something that's just out of their control, something that they can't control. Terry Fontenot came into a situation where it's his first time as a GM. He's got training wheels on him when he comes in for the first few years.
Right.
So he come into a situation where if it goes bad, if the situation goes bad, unfortunately, you might end up being collateral damage.
Right.
So let's just hope that history proves that in a couple years, that this year, the second year of Raheem Morris's tenure as our full-time head coach, let's hope history repeats itself and we actually successful this year and we can close a deal. If not, I still don't think his job is on the line for that. It can't be. It's not fair. But the world's not fair, but I just don't think so.
All right. Well, JG has asked this question here. Do you think Judon come back? Hell no. I'm gonna say that from the top.
No.
Don't need him. You just brought in what's called
We got Floyd. We got Fox.
Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I got a question for you.
Mhm.
What defensive player this year in free agency do y'all think was the most overpaid defensive player this year in free agency?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Overpaid?
Grady Jarrett.
Yes. That just who do y'all think was the most overpaid defensive
I
player
just gave you
in
your
this free agency?
answer.
He just
I
said
gave
Grady
my
Jarrett.
answer.
He said Grady.
They went head over heels for Grady.
I'm gonna be real with you, Jobs. I don't look at people as players as being overpaid. Because if somebody feel like you worth that to give you that, then that's what you worth. What you worth?
Understood about that.
I get that.
That's fine. That's a good take. I asked that question because we watch football a lot, right? We all watch football, and then you see what's being put on the field and the talent being put on the field, and you be like, ain't no way over like any given player, right? Ain't no way he got $79 million guaranteed, and he only had 2 sacks last season, and he had 11 pressures, which was 58th in the league. I'm just putting in that scenario. You be like, man, ain't no way this person got this much money.
I mean, it's also getting paid off your name too.
Yeah, your name is
That's fair.
Once your name gets up there to a certain level, you can get your money off your name.
That's true.
For a cool little minute. Still got to show some consistency, but
You're right. Think about it. And now y'all tone is different right now. But had I said Tack McKinley would have got $100 million guarantee, y'all would be like, "Oh, I can't believe that."
I mean, shoot, you kind of can if he was able to do something to earn that or to bank off it, and somebody stupid enough to do it. I wouldn't say nothing. Hey, get your money, bro.
I mean, because you ain't gonna you still got to go out there and produce. You got to produce something to at least make it an argument for why you got the money. But if somebody just getting paid, hell, we don't know what he about. He ain't done shit, but we just finna throw the max at him. Then yeah, that's egregious. but
Shit, they need to
but
give me a
if that's what they want, yeah, like if that's what if we get we do that, we get on the player and be like with Kirk Cousins, everybody know Kirk ain't worth that goddamn money. Tell the teams that's offering him the money that.
I got this question for you guys. What is that token worth?
A token? You talking about like at a game room?
A token, yeah, a game room. What is it worth?
25 cents.
What, $1?
$1, 25 cents, yeah.
25 cents, 50 cents.
Okay, so this is something I learned. This a token is worth whatever you value them as.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So that's what a football player is. A token. It's what these owners or these GMs value this guy at. No matter how much money they get, it may look too much for us.
Straight
but
like that.
That's what he's valued at.
Yeah.
Straight like that.
It's based on a predetermined condition. Well, not predetermined. They're looking at your future. Not too much that's what they expect you to do. Some guys don't make that transition to be better each year. So that's why they pay them so much up front with that signing bonus. Okay, so we're gonna give you this money right now. And we expect you to do this in this amount of years. If not, we're gonna cut you. See what I'm saying? Just like Kirk Cousins. They gave him all that money in 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So after this year, we cut him, it ain't gonna hurt us.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That begs a question for me. I've been thinking about it, contemplating for a long time. Again, I'm not a GM. I don't own a team or anything, but looking from afar, and I'm pretty sure y'all had this mindset, probably had this come across your mind at one point or another. Is there a way to not let the players hold teams hostages? And I say that because let's say you get like somebody like Kirk Cousins. All of a sudden at the end of the season, he's like, "Oh yeah, I got hurt in the Saints game. I never been the same." But the whole time you've been telling oh, I wasn't hurt or whatever the case may be, but you blaming your performance on being hurt.
That's a breach of contract to me. You're right.
Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, if that comes out, a team should be able to go, okay, if that's the case, and you did that, knowingly doing that, and you finessed us, we should be able to readjust without any penalty. Do y'all think that should be a way?
Yeah, I think it's a breach of contract. I think it's a breach of contract because he didn't disclose his injury when he was asked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, these players hold these teams hostages, and now that these NFL teams, now that the NFL as a whole is getting all this money based off of the YouTube sponsorship now, all these big things now, it's like players like, oh, I want $300 million and I want 100, I want 100 million, 150 guaranteed. Well, okay, cool, but there should be somewhere in these clauses or these addendums where you can put, okay, if this happens, we can come back and without penalty and do this, because like I said, these players are holding these teams hostages, and right now, Kirk Cousins got us hostage.
We kind of got him hostage in a way.
Two-way street. Yeah, it's a two-way street on that.
Okay.
Really, it's a stalemate, pretty much.
Okay.
Because think about this: if they just imagine, okay, put it this way: just imagine Kirk was still playing this year, just psychological. Okay, he was gonna get paid that anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's already in the books.
Yes.
All right. So if you just send him back there just hanging out, that's hurting him more.
Mm-hmm.
His pocket's getting full. His pocket's gonna be full.
But he ain't getting no playing time.
He's aging out.
He's aging. So the next year, you cut him. Who's
38, 39. Yep.
Who's gonna want him?
Nobody. Because they look what happened to Aaron Rodgers. They were like, no, we don't want this again.
Well, I seen a draft other day that somebody Pittsburgh picked up Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, I've actually seen that on a couple people.
Right, I was like, oh my god. But yeah, I'm telling you something. I still see Kirk going. For some reason, Blackberry made me look at more. I can see him going to Tennessee.
Yeah. Spend 1 year, get a 1 year contract because he's already getting paid. Falcons get a 1 year contract to help develop Cam Ward, even though he said he don't want to go to a team that's picking a rookie quarterback, right?
Yeah.
He gonna have to get over that.
He gonna have to get out of Atlanta. Because they gonna torture him on that sideline.
Oh no, he ain't got to worry about the fans gonna give it to him on the sideline.
That's what we're talking about.
Then again, the Falcons could just pay him and say, "You don't come to the facility. You don't come nowhere near this area."
You can.
Yeah, you can.
You know, it's nothing wrong with him wanting to continue to be a starter. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody want him to, hey man, you need to face reality. You ain't got it no more. You ain't in that man's shoe.
That's true.
If it's me, I'm trying to play for as long and make as much as I can make. And that's exactly what Kirk Cousins done.
You make a lot too, bro.
$330 million guaranteed.
Exactly. What we don't like is that because he come to us and we are part of his get paid, still play ambitions that now we want to be in our feelings about it. But much like how I feel with the Hawks, this is how I feel with the Hawks. If you got to spend some money to be able to contend. You got to spend some money. I mean, it's just
the Hawks.
It's just what it is.
Utah Jazz. The Hawks think the Utah Jazz, and that they ain't got to spend no money. And they feel like they can just draft and be competitive. They're not the Utah Jazz. They don't have that coaching staff to develop. Yeah, you got Snyder as the head coach, but guess what? He didn't do it by himself. That's the Hawks' problem. They want to be the Utah Jazz so bad.
Well, just like I'm gonna circle it back around to the Falcons, but the Hawks. See, saying that they don't have the staff to develop, we don't know that.
Bro, have the staff with him.
Yeah, we don't know that. They have to develop first. We got to give them time.
They still young.
They still young, And then you look at the Falcons. Look at the offensive side of the ball. You got Drake going into his what, third year?
His fourth.
Drake?
Year.
This is his fourth year.
Okay, right.
He was 22 draft pick.
Drake was.
Yeah, he's going into his fourth.
Yeah, Mariota.
Yeah, they'd be his fourth season.
Desmond, and then Kurt, and now this would be his fourth.
Okay, you got Drake going into his fourth. You got Kyle Pitts going into his fifth.
Yep.
You got
in his third.
Bijan going into his third. Tyler Jill going into his fourth. Darnell Mooney ain't been in the league but what, 5 years?
2000 was he 2020 or 2019?
I'll get you know.
I'm not for sure.
Oh, it's the Mooney man there. Okay.
The most senior guys on this offense is on the offensive line.
Yeah.
So, and the idea of running it back with the squad you got on offense now. Don't trade Kyle Pitts. Don't trade Tyler Algier. What you're saying, if you don't trade either one of them, is that you feel like you about to win you a championship. Because not getting anything for either one of those guys after 2025 is a gamble. It's a high risk gamble.
Yeah.
What they call it in poker when you make a high risk or high risk bet, it's a high risk bet. So because the backlash you're going to get for not getting something for one of those guys before this season, before this trade deadline for 2025, if you don't get anything for either one of them, what you're saying is we finna go win. And then we'll worry about replacing one of those guys after we pay one of the other. We'll worry about that in 2026 offseason. But we finna go win right now. That's what's being overlooked. Because this draft, to be real with y'all, is a very good distraction from what you currently have developing on the team. Yes. Everybody wants to be so infatuated with the defensive draft that's coming up. And I'm one of them too. Me and Coach, we done extensive homework, Jarvis. Extensive homework on the defensive side of this draft. That's why we know you gonna come out of this. You gonna come out of this with you a legit playmaker if you go defense in this draft. But it's a distraction from what you're currently developing now. Like Drake, like the Harrison, the Harrison boy.
Yeah.
What the name is? Harrison.
Yeah.
On defense.
Zach Harrison.
Zach Harrison. Like Aurora. And you still developing Malone.
Yeah, Brandon Dorless. Yep.
And Brandon Dorless. It's a distraction from what we currently have to develop. So that's why I say, like, when I try to draw fans back from when they say we ain't got the coaching style to develop that. Well, you got to give them the chance to develop it first. They haven't had the chance. They still in the process of developing. You never know who flip. You never know who flipped that switch. You never know. It could be Zach Harrison next year. He can flip that switch and be a 10-sack guy. AK can flip that switch and be a 10-sack guy.
Yes. Yes.
You never know. Dorless could over excel early, and in his second year, instantly be a 6 to 8 sack guy inside the interior.
Mm-hmm.
Give you Vita Vea numbers. You never know until you let the development process take place. And stop.
That's what I was saying.
Yo, go ahead. Go ahead.
What I was saying earlier about Barry. I was telling Coach and everybody. Now that we got Nate Ollie there from Houston, that defensive line coach that develops defensive linemen, I think those guys, their development will be expedited, and you'll see the exponential quantity of their development. So it's not a point that I don't think they can develop. I think they got the right people in to help develop them. I think from my point of standpoint, last year was you didn't see any of that, right? You just seen a lot of veterans out there on the field, like to be on the field to cover some of the deficiencies of the defense. So I'm not saying that these people can't develop or anything of that nature. And you're right, they need the time to develop, but bringing those guys in that you got in now will increase and expedite the development of those players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Very, very crazy. But anyway, it's been a long 2.5 hours, man. We finna get out of here. I got some things to do today. Is the day Saturday? And it WrestleMania night too.
Yup.
hey, coach, in your next mock draft, are you going to do any trades, or are you going to just stay put?
I'm gonna use a different one. You know what? Y'all got time to do one? Y'all want to do one quick with me?
We can. I ain't got no time.
Get this one here because they offered the trades. I did this the other day. This one right here.
I heard Blackberry back there talking to his son. Oh, it's your grandbaby or your son?
That's his child. He better have no grandbaby.
That's my son.
He better have no grandbaby.
I'm a grandfather, right? And it's so funny because when he be in the back of the car acting out like that, I'd be like, boy, I said, your daddy may play that. I don't play that.
I can have those grandbabies. I don't want no grandbabies.
Nah, they ain't got no grandkids. I ain't gonna say I'm too old grandkid. I didn't have my first child till I was 25. So
okay.
Same here.
I didn't have my first biological child until I was 36.
Yeah, my first child was born when I was 25 too. Yeah.
Me too.
I definitely have people that's my age that's granddaddies and grandmamas. So
and I'm older than all y'all. I ain't no granddaddy, no nothing. Listen.
Coach, I
don't want them. You spend money on people, man. My kid grown, they spend their own money. I don't spend man, listen.
Your boy already moved down here, Coach. He already moved down here.
He ain't come down. He moved to Seattle instead.
Oh, okay. Good.
My son in Warner Robins. I'm out here in Texas, and he'll go spend his money, and he'll be like, "Hey, Pop, can I borrow $100?" I said, "I got 100 reasons why I can't give you $100 right now."
All right. Here we go. I'm gonna end this example. We're gonna do a quick 7-round what's going. This is another one here. They offer you the trades, and this we go. All right. We got the 46 is already started. So Cam gone, Abdul, Travis, Warren.
Which is how I was expected to look. That's what it's expected to look like.
That's how it's supposed to look, yeah. I think what's going on. There's Shamar Stewart. See, people pick it. I don't know. Now, this is what they offer me.
So, out of the first round altogether, right? Out of the first round altogether?
Out of the first round altogether. 33, 67, 94, 102 in that second round next year.
Who's still on the board?
You got Shador Sanders, Matthew Golden, Mike Green still there. Derek Harmon still there.
Malachi Stark.
Nick Amawu, whatever his name is. There's some bodies there.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Kenneth Grant at?
He's gone.
He went at 13 too. No, that ain't him. I don't know where he went. He's gone though.
I think he went somewhere though.
Let me see something.
So Fresh, what you think, man? My biggest thing is if you now it's a safety thing, right? Now you're looking at Malachi Starks. He's rated what, number 19 on there or number 15?
Mm-hmm. Number 19.
So if you trade out of the first round altogether,
you're not getting them. But there is some other safeties, like I said, Billy Bowman. I would like. Who else was there? The two Penn State safeties. One of them.
Yeah.
You know.
What about Virginia safety? Sanker? That's his name? Sanker?
Yeah, he's good, and you get some special teams value with him. But you can wait a little later to get it. Well, that's what we're talking about.
Listen, you can build a team with this. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 400. You got 3. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 picks
In the top 100.
In the top 104.
Yeah.
What's
You
that?
don't have
What's
five. You
they
actually
the
don't
only
have
one.
five, but you got your 46 also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a good.
I would take it.
This
Yeah,
is a
I'll take
good.
that.
This is a good song.
I take this. I would take this deal.
I would
Yeah, I'll
take
take
it.
I would take this trade.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you
All right.
just won. Only one, literally one out of the
Outside
first
the first
round.
round. Yeah.
And you can still get first round talent.
So
right
so
there.
fresh. The only thing is from a GM standpoint, a coach standpoint, the only thing that you have to question yourself is how do I feel about the 5th-year option? Because you lose it, right? With the second.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing that makes me like staying in the first round is keeping that 5th-year option.
Oh, coach, I ain't mad at that one from Tennessee because you get another 103.
Yeah, you can do some work in this.
You got 2 offers.
Yeah, 38.
Ooh,
That's
I
even
like
better.
them better. That one even better. That's even better right there. I'll take that. A Patriot. 38, you'll move back 5, and then you'll pick up a 69.
You still
That's
got
another
people-
third. Yeah,
I'm gonna take that one. I would take that one. Too.
I would take that one.
You took that trade?
Yep.
Now it's my time to pick. I ain't doing no more.
Yep.
I was gonna say I wouldn't do enough, but I was thinking about that last.
Kenneth Grant is still there. He's there.
He's still there.
He's projected 38. And that's who I would go with right there.
This is the NFL's team. These are the NFL people talking here too. So.
This a no-brainer right here.
Grant. Right now.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Harmon wasn't still there, was he?
Nah, he was gone.
Harmon just left earlier than that.
It's funny how Derek Harmon is projected to go before Kendall Grant now, after I said he was the best interior defensive lineman in the draft.
Ha, ha, ha.
Real funny. Nah, New England, nah.
Who you going with, coach?
What, this time 46?
Yeah, this is Edge.
Like my boy Braylon Swinson. I like him. I'm an LSU fan.
Jack Sawyer.
Or Kyle Kennard.
JT,
Is he gone?
y'all. Hey, he's moved up on the board.
You like JT?
I don't like him, but he
I like Kyle Kennard more than I like JT.
Yeah. I like Kyle Kennard.
Yeah, I like Kyle Kennard a lot. Jack Sawyer gone, huh? Damn, I gotta stop talking about folks. Folks keep going up.
Okay, I see what I'm doing. I got it. I'm going this. I ain't going neither one of y'all guys right there. I ain't going there because he's too low. If I go anywhere, it'd be here. But then again, I'm an asshole. Nope, they ain't there. It's too far.
Way too early.
All right, I got it. I'm going edge on this pick right here.
You like Princely?
To a degree, yeah, I do, and I don't. I can't get 2D linemen. I could, but I can't.
Okay.
If I go Kenny, I got to go here. Then what other boys gonna play at? Nowhere. You can't do anything with it. So.
Cornerbacks. Because they're Alabama.
Ooh, they're going. See now, Trey Amo. These top 3 right here. I got these top 3 guys.
That's where I was going.
Those 3 guys, I got them above Will Johnson to me.
They call it the versatility.
Yeah, I like Amos. I like that Amos pick.
We back on the clock again?
Yeah, in like 2
Got
seconds.
to be.
Who you picked, Amos?
Yep.
Yeah, I picked Amos.
Corner. Ole Miss.
We here again. No, I ain't trading nobody else. I'm through trading.
See if what's his name? Deion Walker. Is it Deion Walker from Kentucky?
Deion Walker. I already got a big guy.
Oh, there go Jack Sawyer right there.
Jack Sawyer still there?
Yeah, he dropped.
Come on.
Yeah, he's
He had 139.
I got time.
Yeah, 130.
I got him.
So Big Blackberry, they don't like Jack Sawyer that much because he can't pass rush like they want him to. That's why he's down there. That's why.
No, because he not a every down edge rusher. He can be.
Who I got so far? Yeah, I think I'm going to get Kyle. I don't want to. It's too early for him too. At 67.
That Gilmore
you
guy,
got pick
that defensive
16.
tackle, that
Yeah, I got 2 picks
too.
back to back. Yeah,
So
I got 2 picks back to back. Oh, I hate this. What I hate about this one here. This one is a little harder. There go Billy. There go Billy Bowman.
my
I do
Billy
like Billy
Bowman, my boy.
I like him too.
Yeah, he showed out.
You know what? No, I'm just gonna do it. I didn't want to, but I'm gonna do it. I had to get him right here. I didn't want to, but I'm gonna have to.
Well, they still got Jared Wilson on.
Jared Wilson.
He's gone now.
I mean, you might could have got him with your next pick.
I could have, but I didn't want to chance it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good trade too, but I ain't doing no more trade. I'm done. That's a good trade. Give me a pick, but no, I don't like y'all like that.
So,
all right.
Okay.
I'm going back on defense now.
I think we back on our pick again.
Yeah, we next. So
yeah, we next. We now. What's that?
Let's see.
Hey, coach, that
oh shit, the Raiders picked up Jalen Noel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Thornton's way down there. He's way down there.
He's coming. He could be like the next pick if you go get a wide receiver. That's where I would go.
Woo.
Yeah, it's a good running back.
Martinez, Golden.
Watch this. Watch this. What big wheel? He gonna be back. Tyler's gone. We got to pick up a running back.
You said what happened now?
Is that
Scatterbo?
Scatterbo? Okay.
This is my fantasy team, y'all. So just bear with me. I pick up a Scatterbo. I would. I don't care what
I wouldn't be mad right there. No,
I had to pick that kid up, man. I would have to pick that kid up. We're going to pick up another pick real soon. What am I so far? Now, yeah, I get my edge. That's why I get my edge at, man. Am I pick yet?
This the best part to pick your edge at right here.
Man, they want to give me a fifth next year. No, I know where they're going. No, I don't trust y'all asses. You know where they're going. They're going to get
Jack.
I can't get. I have to get Jack right now.
Mm-hmm.
I will have to pick him right now. He won't be there at 2-2.
Hey, Blackberry, I seen that kid right there for Dale Diggs. I seen him play on. Watch some of his games on TV.
He's a jet.
He's a dog, but he is stiff as a stick.
He has no hip movement.
He don't have no hip movement. He can rush the passer, but he is stiff.
Yeah, he's stiff.
Oh, Diggs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. David Walker's still a man. He's still the man too.
Oh yeah, and he's 6'1", 275.
He's a little shorter.
Yeah, he like 6'1", 260.
He's 6 feet, 263.
Like Madden said, he'll 500. Oh, he's 6 feet 260. Yeah,
bro. I'm gonna tell you something. He get up on the offensive lineman pass.
That's my fantasy. I gotta get a white kid on my team.
Yeah, I had to get Jack Sawyer though. Right. Jack Sawyer is not gonna fall that far. I want everybody to know that right now.
He may.
He ain't gonna fall that far, man.
He may. You never know, man. These damn things be tripping these days.
That's who I wanted as cornerback right there. I wanted Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting a linebacker here.
Bassa.
Danny Stuntman.
Bassa gone.
Yeah. No, he's at 201. Bassa gone. Jeffrey Bassa, Oregon.
They may stay around.
He right there.
Stuntman gone.
What pick this is?
Oh,
218.
218. They gonna be gone.
Oh, 218. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Boston may be there.
201.
Hey, how do y'all feel about that defensive tackle out of North Nebraska? Is his name Ty Williams, something like that?
Oh, the white kid?
Yeah.
I like him.
Thornton got my guy. Miami got Thornton.
He ain't the one I really wanted.
I like Riley Mills too from Notre Dame.
Yeah. He's legit too.
Carolina got Jalen Lane. He's a
Isaiah
good
Bond.
receiver.
Broncos got Isaiah Bond.
Should it be the perfect time, coach, to use them 2 7-round picks and draft them to the 7th and get your guy?
I could do that. That's a good proposal trade. That's a good idea. I ain't think about that. Who I want to trade with? Who's next up?
Shit, you should have did it before Buffalo pick. They had like 5 picks.
Yeah.
Like in 7 picks, they had like 5.
All right, I'll give up this right here. This to get this 197 pick because there's somebody I do want to see. That and give them a 5th round.
Nah, you gonna give them a 5th?
But they ain't gonna take that 6th. They'll take that. They probably take that. Let's see.
They'll definitely take that 4th. They gonna take that.
Let's see.
Yeah, that 4th. You might be giving them too much.
No,
Yeah, you gave. Might be giving them a little too much.
I'm cool. It's somewhere I wanted to go. It's somewhere I wanted to go. So, back on defense. I get my linebacker here.
Got Jimmy Boy still there. Jimmy Horn Jr.
Yeah.
His boy still there.
Is this a place you want to take a safety at, coach, or you trying?
I'm getting a linebacker. I need a linebacker. I ain't got a linebacker yet. So, yeah, I go right here. I like him.
And there you go, Bassa.
Jeffrey Bassa.
I got another pick coming up right now. I ain't worried about wide receiver. I think we got enough in here. I ain't gonna stress on that. See, I like that kid right here. You know what though? Why not take a fly? Why not take a fly on Shiloh?
Or Dan Jackson?
Yeah, at least we know Dan Jackson gonna put that hat on somebody. Shiloh. Shiloh just got his daddy last name.
That's all he got. He just Dan. That is true. Dan, he 410. Good Lord, I can't do that. He gonna get cut.
We can get him.
He ain't got no more picks though.
Yeah, you get him in free agency.
Undrafted free agency.
Yeah.
See, I like Jimmy Horn. He's just too short for me. That's his killer.
I like Jimmy Horn Jr., man. I
like
think
him too. I actually like him, but he's just so small.
And he's about 100. And he's about 160 pounds.
He's little.
Put him in the slide.
Oh, what's that running back? What's that running back username for play for the Chargers and the Saints?
Sproles.
Sproles, yeah.
Sproles was a running back though.
Sproles kept that ball at the backfield too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. This kid is fast though. He is fast. I need some. What about another Ole Miss wide receiver?
Hell no.
Well. All right. Okay, I'm gonna beat around the bush and go where I'm gonna go. All right, got my guy from Indiana. I know he was there. So
you going old tackle?
Yeah.
That's a safe pick.
That's the only safe pick I can see in here.
That's developmental. That's your next swing tackle once Storm Norton gone.
Yeah. Oh, he could be a starter.
Boy, coach, you don't know what you just did. You got Cleveland second round draft.
That's that draft, man.
It's over with.
Hey, let's see how this ends up being. I don't think they give no rating on this here. This is gonna be a crazy draft, man. So y'all just be ready for something crazy to happen because nobody's gonna be happy with nothing.
But the Falcons are going. The Falcons brass is going to tell you who cares.
Long as the team win, I don't give a damn what they do. That's not a bad draft.
It's really not.
That's actually a heavy draft. If you think about it, them guys are heavy. I ain't talking about no lightweight guys. Them guys,
these
heavy.
guys, this first 6 picks, they all can play. They can come in and play today.
Off the bat, whooped them, naked, knocked them out.
And you
I'm
got
telling y'all, man. Fresh,
you got
Blackberry, Kenneth Grant about to cause some problem, guys.
if we get them, man, that'd be great. That would be great because it's gonna protect your linebackers. So maybe your linebackers can play. The ones you have can play better because you got somebody who can protect them.
Because all he got to do is run and hit.
That's it. So, but anyway, man, that's been a long day. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, panel. You guys,
Make,
your last word.
make sure you say that, Coach. So when you bring it back from the draft the next time, you be like, "Oh, yep, I got that right. Got that one right."
I save everything. Every one of these things I've done, I've saved all of them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all these things.
But y'all be blessed, man. May God bless you all.
Yes.
You too. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
All right,
Thanks, Coach.
I did, Jarvis.
all right, bro.
All
All right, Fresh, you got some last words, man?
right. Hey, man, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Keep an open mind. Peace and love. Stay prayed up and protect yourselves at all times.
Okay. Blackberry. He said protect yourself at all times. That means wear a raincoat or something. I don't know.
Yo, I was gonna say that. Hey, protect yourself in every way.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cover yourself, literally, and with the word of God. Don't forget that.
Yeah,
Watch out for those midgets.
Boy, I swear you got the boy. Oh my goodness,
Sun's out down there.
the sun is out.
That's why you see those midgets.
man.
No overcast.
No. Wow.
All right, so if you haven't done so already, go to the home team with Blackberry. That's Blackberry, no C, just a K, on YouTube, and subscribe to the channel, and you'll get the uber excellent content that your boy Blackberry dishes out every week. And also keep an eye out for the relaunching of Home Team Fits by blackberry.com, and that's coming soon too. So appreciate y'all, man. Proud of Coach Unchained, the coach of coaches. I see 1,000. I see 1,000 down the barrel.
Hey, government comes not. Hey, I still be here because I like doing this. Like I said,
It's coming. It's coming.
But anyway, man, tomorrow's show, regulated show. Make sure you follow. Tuesday, maybe Monday, my final mock draft, as well as the top 32 players that I feel be drafted in the first round. All right, so in what order? I ain't gonna put them in the order. I don't know who they're going, but these are the top 32 people I think will be drafted in the first round. I got a couple surprises, but we will see. Well, other than that, man, again, thank you guys. Make sure if you haven't hit that subscribe button, like this video, share this video out. And until then, man, I'll see y'all tomorrow on the regular 11 a.m. Peace. He said 80.